Hello, everyone, and welcome back to another game, another week actually of League Zero, week 4, I believe. And we have a really fantastic game in our hand, Content Credence versus Capitalism. This is a very big game coming into. I'm super excited to cast this. My name is Sai, and I'm here joined by my brilliant caster and co-host, Romy. Romy, go ahead, give yourself a quick introduction for our viewers. It's been a long time, brother.
Yeah, I've been a bit of a player, but once I had the opportunity to cast, I took the closest cab I can find from your backline, and I'm here today to cast alongside you, of course, Sai. And this is gonna be exciting. We haven't casted together for a while, but more so, we haven't seen these two teams play together, play against each
Yeah.
other, and it'll be an interesting matchup here.
Exactly. Yeah, exactly. And just for folks who weren't really paying attention to the standings or maybe just forgot, I just want to re-mention that Contents Creed actually lost to MI6 last week. It was a match at two versus three, and Capitalism actually won against Bench, a 3-0 lead. So this is a very big lead, a very big discrepancy if we're talking about Hiromi. And I think it's always best to give our casters predictions early on. I love doing that. It's super fun. You get to analyze and kind of see the your all your analysis kind of like evolve as the game goes on. So I'm going to right now go say I think this match will be a as landslide, but Content Credence have proven themselves before that they are not a easy team to give up a win. So I think there will be a big fight, but I think Capitalism will take it by a landslide. What are your thoughts on that, Romy?
Okay, I'm a bit biased here because there's two people I know on the Capitalism here, two of my former teammates here. So I'm voting for Capitalism 3-1 here. I know Duga as a teammate. Okay, he was a support, but he's also like a really pugger's tank. So to be honest, just put him on any role, he'll take leadership. He has a brilliant brain that is able to steer his team to the right direction.
Yeah, I definitely agree. We've seen some really good, actually, some names stick out here. Goose Duck. I remember seeing Capitalism in one of the tournaments that were outside, external tournament other than League Zero. And it was, I believe, a Smiley tournament. And the player that really stuck out to me while I was casting that tournament was Goose Duck. Goose Duck had a immense performance. I believe, don't quote me on this, I believe he was on Hog. I'm not super sure, but his name definitely stuck out to me multiple times as I was watching the game. But another name we should be looking out here is Bard. Actually, Bard has made a quite a name for himself while he was playing against all the teams, and I've been following the intermediate scene for the past couple of weeks, and I really like watching this guy. He's super aggressive. He knows his positioning, and he has a great sense of basically when to take fights and when not to take fights. I think that's gonna really pay big make a big deal when it comes to these both teams just understanding how to play around the map and taking fights and whatnot. And look at that, talking about fight, the first map I believe will be Ilios, ladies and gentlemen. So a lot of booping, a lot of Lucio plays. We're looking at just teams making mostly picking just brawly composition going in there and just fighting it out all the time. So I'm excited to see some Lucio, Romy. I know you're a Lucio player yourself. So what are your thoughts on this map?
Okay, as a top 300 PS4 Lucio one trick, okay, I gotta say that Ilios is a make or break map. This is your haven, and ironically enough, this is kind of where you'd probably find not as much impact because they're always gonna be on the lookout for boops. This game has been out for a couple years, and everybody is more conscious not to stay next to the edge because they know the threat of the Lucio boop is an insta kill, can't be rezzed, can't be out healed. You're off the map, it's over. You have to wait until you respawn and get back to the fight.
Yeah, I definitely agree there. And we talk about Lucio play, but also tank plays are so important here to Ilios. Is a map that's like super clustered. I at least I feel like whenever I play in Ilios, it's just so close quarter, and you have to be super careful when you're moving around as a team because you could get caught off guard really easily, whether it's from a high ground or a low ground perspective. So I think when it comes to playing as a tank for your team, this is a big deal right here. You have to be a really good tank player, especially as a Ryan player in these situations where you know how to when to be aggressive and how to hold different corners against some teams. If the team is really good, they will push you out together and they'll move in together with the speed boost and take you out. So I'm interested to see how the tanks play out here. really a as I always love seeing tank battles, the mind games and everything. And this is a perfect map because it gives Ilios just gives you so many different scenarios and environments when it comes to map selection. You have high ground and ruins, you have lighthouse, you have just a really big hole well at the middle that you have to be kind of play around. And then you have just a regular I'm blanking on the name, but you have the third map where it's all about who could make it to the point first and take, yeah, there you go, who could take go to the point first and take their show their dominance as much as possible. So I'm really excited. We're just waiting for all the ready in the chat from all the players and the host, and as soon as we're done, ladies and gentlemen, we will be moving in to the game.
Yeah, I can't wait to see how these teams play this out here. As a tank player, I know that Wall can be a bit of a weird point because it's too treacherous to play Ryan. You're not really gonna get that much value. Everybody can just outmaneuver you. But at the same time, if you play Dive, it's kind of easy to counter that as well. So it's kind of weird. The well is so big that you kind of just have to
Now
play for boosts
arriving
at
at
least to a certain
Helix.
extent. But we're not gonna have to worry about that right now. We're going right into
Initiating
ruins
map.
here. This is kind of a sniper haven, so maybe we'll get to see a bit of a Widow 1v1 between the two teams here, Capitalism and Content. And I'd really be interested to see who comes out on top because a powerful Widow can really be the one that dominates the map, all things equal.
Yeah, and you're talking about Sniper Haven here. Do you think we'll see any snipers? And if so,
Ready
how do you
for
think
battle.
teams just really react? Looks like we're just going for the regular composition that's been so popular lately in the more competitive field. It's mostly just either running a Diva Zari, Diva Winston, or usually a Ryan Diva. But at this point, looks like Content's creating will be going with the Ryan Zarya and Reaper on the board.
5,
Steady
4,
state. Didn't pick any
3,
characters right here. I'm assuming he'll be picking
1.
Sombra. Yep, there you go. We
Round
have
1.
almost a mirror match right here. Almost a mirror match. Just a main tank difference right here. How do you think this is going to play out, Romy?
Well, we got the dive tanks versus the brawl tanks here. I'm actually kind of interested to see how this one goes on top here. I'm a bit of a Reinhardt fan, but I've been playing a bit more Winter lately, and we're gonna see Dewey get hacked. He's gonna want to play a bit safe. He's dropping out to half, but it's okay. The heals are there for him. Break up and Deuce are doing their best to keep him alive here. Duga is the kind of front line, but Bard is gonna go down early. He was not using enough natural cover, and now Duga's gonna press that advantage. He's gonna drop the bubble, and now Repeat is gonna get moved off the map. You don't want to see that as Reaper. However, to be honest, the ult charge isn't looking as one-sided as I expected it to be. Apart from the tanks, everything is kind of equal.
Yeah, but look at
really
the yeah, but look at the ultimates coming out from what do you call it? Ultimates coming on from Goose Duck. He almost has a beat ready. Shinx is almost there. EMP. It doesn't take quite a long to build an EMP. And look at Great Cub. He already has a Mora ult ready to just blast out in this team fight. So it looks like they'll be just going in.
Shinx is gonna get hacked. He's not gonna be able to translocate out. And Luffy is gonna be able to pick him off. Bard is just gonna try to get out of the corner. He's not gonna quite make it out. But looks like Content's able to flip this around. I was really expecting this to go on the side of Capitalism, considering they were the ones that used the call lessons first. But I guess in a way, then that just gave Content the opportunity to flip it back in their favor. And now they kind of want to fight for relatively free, not using many ults. They're still gonna have the EMP, the Graviton Surge, and the Shatter online here.
Those are big ultimates, Romy. If you're especially talking about, look at Repeat. He's already at 70% with that barrage, and that's super deadly. He's definitely going to get at least 20% just off of shooting on these chokes right here, as Team Capitalism just takes advantage.
Oh, the hack is going to come out for Shinx. He's not going to be able to escape, and the EMP
oh my god.
It's a fat shot. That's a large one. Oh my god, and the team is going to be out. The follow-up is there. It's beautiful. You'll love to see it. Just a clean team, but EMP Shatter. Flawless.
Yeah.
Flawless.
And not a lot, invested right there. Just two ultimates, two ultimates that are fairly easy to actually gain. It doesn't take that long to build up an EMP, especially if you're a good Sombra. So I think Contest Credence definitely have to really think about it right now. They have 4 ultimates. Oh, look at this.
He's gonna come out there. Duke is gonna jump in, and Gamester is gonna go drop in with the Reaper ult. Blade, let it rip, and 2 people are gonna go down to that. Duke's gonna get 2 more kills, and to be honest, Kingdom Come, they have the absolute advantage here. Not really much point in the pharmacy combo on Content to really contest that. Now they're just on the wrong side of the map, to be honest. But maybe they're just
Yeah.
gonna get the poke in while they set up for their barrage.
Funny that you say Kingdom Come. We're actually looking at capitalism, but look at that. The fight starts off early.
Yeah, and they're gonna go in here with the coalescence, and the B is gonna come out there, making sure that capitalism is gonna be able to keep themselves up. But the grab is there, and the barrage is there. Repeat, finally coming in, and he's gonna jump the barrage. He's gonna take out 3, and well, it's a bit of a scrappy fight here, but in my opinion, it looks like Content is gonna be able to keep this in their favor. Flipping around.
Yes, 95% already. The board keeps going up. Oh my god. What do you do if you're capitalism right now? This is desperation moment, but a lot of them are on the board.
Just clean up the kills here, but it's okay because they know that they have time. They have time. It's only at 50% right now. Capitalism has plenty of opportunity to be able to come in here and, you know, flip this around. They only need 1 fight win, which means all they have to do is really just stack up their Qs, drop them all at the same time, and then get instant value, and then flip the fight and win. And the Shadow's gonna come out, not quite finding anything, but ambitious effort anyways. The Shix is gonna go down there. Now they have the advantage. It's 5v6. And we're gonna see Gamester go out on the flank. Not really gonna find much. Just probably just looking around, getting some information in. And, well, to be honest, it looks like capitalism is just playing with their fingers while Content plays with their food because, you know, they're not really doing anything. They're wasting so much time. They started off at 50%, and now we're already at 86, which means they only have about 1 fight left, and they have to make a move right now. Bard's gonna get hacked. The EMP is gonna come out though. It's gonna be big. It's gonna get 5. Bard's gonna go down anyways. Repeat is there with the barrage. He's gonna find 2, and now they have no tank, and they're missing 1 DPS. Goose Dog is gonna get hacked. He has to stay alive just enough to get last 10% on that beat. She's gonna be there with the EMP. He's looking real scrappy there, but the ultimates are gonna come along. All they have to do is stay alive. That's the name of the game. Big EMP, not gonna find any kind of follow up with it, but it's gonna find all the targets necessary. Not enough damage to get it, and it looks like first map Ruins is gonna be going right to Content, but the pulse one's gonna come on, not gonna find anything. Duke is gonna get hacked, he's gonna get shut down, and you know the game's just trying his valiant effort just to get some value on the point, but it's not gonna be enough. It's a 1v6, he can't do it all.
Wow,
Ruins.
what an upset. That's definitely upset, Romy. We talked about capitalism coming here strong. Like, we're expecting a lot from them, and you just see a lot of mistakes, actually. Just a lot of ults being whiffed, and on top of that, not the best management when it comes to really being on top of the ult tracking. I think ult tracking is a huge deal right now. And Repeat, this man has been coming out really, really strong for contents right now, and we have to talk about this. You know, if capitalism does not deal with Repeat right now, especially with a map like Well that has so much verticality, and Repeat just could be playing around so many different structures in the air to keep himself alive, just survive the entire time. This could look like another win for content creators right now.
Yeah, and you know what we really are hoping here is that neither team gets mentally boomed so early in the match. It's only one map. Each team still has the opportunity, and it looks like we're gonna see capitalism play around the hacked health pack here. You know, just trying to occupy that space, and they're still sticking with the Winston going into a ride here. Bard is just gonna hold up his shield. He doesn't really have to do much right here. And once Dougal goes in, that's when he gets to swing it. But he's gonna get hacked. You gotta be careful of that Sombra. And now this is capitalism's chance to push that advantage there, but it's not. They're not really gonna see it because we're gonna see Repeat just lay in those rockets. He's already 50% on his barrage. Luffy is gonna get he's gonna get his coalescence.
Oh my god, look at that pick right there. Yeah. That's a huge pick.
No Lucio means no speed, and now this is where Content is on the rebound here. Bard is gonna go. He just wants to clear out that Reaper. He does not want that shotgun in his face. Duke is gonna jump in, just try to get some bleed, but it's not gonna be enough. All they can really do is just stall the plane so that another team caps right away.
Yeah, but look at this, Romy. I talked about Repeat being a big factor coming to this fight, and they just could not progress on content create at all. They were just stuck in that small room with a health pack, and you don't want to be clustered up in a small environment when you're against the Pharaoh, because that just means so much splash damage and so much ult charge. Look at that. Repeat already has ultimate. I don't think, unless D.Va is in a position she can block
going in for the barrage. Is gonna D-Mac the D.Va. Both D.Vas actually getting D-Mac. Not gonna find anything else, but Duga is going in with the primal. He's getting angry. He's gonna take on Mickey. He's not gonna be in the fight anymore, and just knocking the Rhine all over the place. Bard is gonna get to the spawn room.
Look at that.
Yep, Repeat's gonna find the pick off the Shanks. Will it be enough to flip it around? The rest comes out. Now Content has both of their sports online, but they don't really have the man advantage. Oh my god, Bucky actually found the pick with the damage orb. Or wait, what?
Oh, look at this.
Skill orb.
Look at this. Bard is coming back. This might be actually doable for Conti Creeds.
Yeah, but I don't think he's really gonna find the opportunity for the shadow. There's not enough damage to break the bubble in time. Not enough, not enough people
Just
to follow
stalling,
him.
you know. Just
Yeah.
stalling for as much as possible. Look at that. They went to 50% compared to their opponents. Only just hitting 2% right now for Capitalism. So this is a big deal. Now they do know that Diva has their ultimate, and they should have an idea that Shanks also has an EMP coming to this fight because it's been a while. So this is really whichever Sombra lands their ultimate first wins the game and wins the team fight. Look at Steady State and Shanks. Those are the two players you want to see. Oh my god!
The
Look
team
at
for
the Gamester.
is gonna find a really free kill here, and the Barrage is gonna come out taking out Great Cup. And now it's not looking like much is gonna be able to be brought back. But the B is gonna come out there. Unfortunate. Oh wait, never mind. I thought Grasshopper was gonna get booped into the wall, but not quite. He actually gets his flight back online just in time. Duke is gonna have the Primal online for sustain, so I'm not worried about him dying anytime soon. And now the Primal's gonna come. He's just trying to get environmental, but it's not gonna be worth it. He actually messes up his jump. He falls off the map unlucky, but the bomb is out. It's not gonna find anything. And now here's Bard's chance to find a beautiful shatter. Just lay it on them, and it's gonna find. No, it's gonna find Gamester.
Gamester.
Maybe that's all you need. Without a Reaper, they have no damage right now. They have nothing to really kill the tanks that's on point. And looks like Capitalism is just gonna be dropping one by one. They have to do everything they can to stall it. The percentage is currently tied at around 50%. And Duke is gonna try his best, but it's not gonna find anything. He's met face to face with Hellfire shotguns and fire rockets, so.
Exactly, and look at that. And if you remember Romy, we seen the first fight won by Repeat with the ultimate where he DMAC'd the Diva. You know, he literally came back from spawn the second fight and ulted again. So you really got to talk about this guy. This guy has been building his ultimates so fast. There's no type of any contention for any Pharaoh counter or whatnot. Gamester looks like he has ultimate. He wants to press that Q right here.
Is gonna come out onto the Reaper. He's going into the back line. Make it Mama proud. He's gonna find Mickey, and he's gonna get pinned, but he's not gonna go down just quite yet. He has the nano boost, and looks like the kills are coming out from Repeat, but it's not gonna be enough. He's gonna get taken out. He's finally gonna get focused. And you were talking about him, and I agree with you. I really see Repeat as a threat, at least on this map. He's definitely a big threat for Capitalism, and they have to keep their eye out for him because they'll never know when he's gonna get his ultimate, when he's gonna get his rush. He's charging it so quick. It's probably really difficult to keep on point with that. Exactly.
Yeah. And considering how much verticality. Yeah, considering how much. Oh my god! Wait, what happened there?
Taking matters into his own hands. You know, discipline your daughter. Anna's gonna take out the fire. You don't see that every day. And it looks like the Death Blast is gonna come out. Only gonna find Duga before he gets taken out. Shanks is gonna come out with a large EMP. The follow up there. Bard's gonna find Pick. Repeat's gonna find the pick. I don't think that's how it works. But we're actually gonna see Great Cup get flanked there. Right, Repeat taking it inside. Repeat's gonna come out, but it's only gonna go on to 2 people, which means that there's not really gonna be a lot of chance of bringing it back. Oh, the boop into the wall. You hate to see it. Before Aggressive can get back into his mic, Duke is gonna get taken down yet again. The brawl is too strong. The shadow's gonna come on, not gonna find anything. Well cuts it off. Bomb's gonna find absolutely nothing, but it's a good zoning opportunity. Barrage is gonna come on into the back line. Great is gonna go down. They have no main support. They have no support at all actually for this point. They just kind of putting their hopes and dreams on the line here. They know that they only have 6 seconds once the points get flipped, and we're gonna see Grasshopper get ready to touch as the ball. He's gonna get pressured out by Farah. He's gonna lose all of his momentum. He's gonna die right at the doorstep. You hate to see it, but Duke is on the point, trying his best. He makes it onto the point, drops the ball, but both get exploded. And will anybody be able to touch again? Nope, because Repeat is gonna catch a rocket right to his head with the fist from above.
Well, I have to say, Contact Credence definitely proved us wrong. We talked about them going this matchup going one-sided for Capitalism. A look at that Repeat coming out on the top, taking that play of the game. This man has been putting out a lot of work. Oh my god! That is disgusting.
What a beautiful thing. He's really trying to get play of the match right here on this first map alone. But we'll see if this kind of fire that we see behind content continues, or will it burn out?
Yeah, and Capitalism, you guys got to pick it up, man. You guys need to answer Repeat, especially if we're talking about. I know not a lot of map have verticality, but you have to understand Repeat looks so strong in this Pharah that any map that has any type of verticality where Pharah could thrive, they will take it. They will take advantage of it. And so far, Capitalism doesn't seem like they have an answer, as or anyone who could play that really good hit scan in their team, because they haven't picked up at all. They didn't even try doing that. Content Credence proved that you could play this composition without a Reaper. You could still go Pharah and just rip through the entire team. Now, usually the golden rule to play against Pharah is that once you see an opponent team running at Pharah, you just want to go as fast as possible on ground and just hit their team because it's a it's a more so 4v5 situation, a 4v6 situation where usually the Pharah and the Mercy are hovering around. So you want to just collapse on their team as soon as possible, do as much as damage and pop them before Pharah could have any type of any type of any type of damage or anything in the game. But here it looks like Capitalism were really failing at that. They did not have a coordinated strike or coordinated time to actually go on content credence, and thus Farah got a lot of value on the last two fights we've seen.
Yeah, it seems like capitalism were really just trying to stick to the guns. Okay, maybe maybe ruins just wasn't our map. It wasn't our map. We're gonna try it again. Okay, they're not discouraged, and it's kind of they did the same thing twice, which I guess on paper is a bad thing. But I guess what you can really take away from it is that they're not really the type of people to shy away from what they're doing. Okay, they have confidence. They believe in themselves, and that can actually go a long way in this map here. All they have to do is kind of just iron out some simple mistakes. Obviously, you know, I guess adaptability would be one of them, and kind of just pay attention to their key threats. Okay, Farah was really just wreaking a lot of havoc, building a lot of it. But if they're able to do that, then they're able to really maybe have a chance of coming back here. It's only map one.
Yeah, only map one. This is for everybody who's watching, our viewers. This is a best of 5 series. So the first team to win 3 games takes the series. So a lot could go wrong. There's multiple chances of reverse sweeping coming out for both teams. We definitely know that Capitalism has the capability of doing that. They're a really good team, really strong team from what we've seen so far. But Content Credence, I talked about this, even though this might be a landslide, they're not a team who gives up a win that easy. They will fight for it until the very last second. And that's what we've seen. They seemed so dominant. You wouldn't think this is a team that lost last week games, Romy. So I think Content Credence looking super, super strong right now. I think the synergy between Bard and the Bard and Repeat is immense. Every single time you watch Repeat, if you're paying attention to him, he's either flanking or focusing the target that Bard is on or the tanks are on. So really good stuff from them. And Great Cub, I gotta give it to him. Shooting a Pharah down, Pharmacy down by himself. That's a lot of work. You got to land 3 shots in a
Yeah.
row. So definitely props to him. I think Great Cub is doing a lot, but it's just you can't out heal a pharmacy composition when you're all just mushed up together. Even before we started Ilios, I talked about majority of the Ilios maps are super condensed. They're like super small and really mushed up. So Farah gets a lot of value out of all the splash damage, builds her ultimate super fast. And if you're building an ultimate that fast, it's super hard to keep track of it, like you talked about, Romy. So what do you think Capitalism's, other than just switching over to a, let's say they don't want to switch over a hit scan play style, how do you think they could really counter this Pharaoh or just play around it at least?
Well, in my opinion, the best way to counter or I guess pharmacy is, you can either decide to 6v2 her, which, I guess depending on your team count might not work, or you can decide to just take the 4v6 fight. Farah is always going to want to go on off angles, try to get some flanks, try to get some, rockets in, and she can't really always do that from, face to face. She can't always do that from the front line. So you have to use that opportunity when she's either rotating or when she's behind you on the off angles to really push the rest of the team and then take that 4v6 fight. And, obviously, assuming nothing really goes drastically wrong, you should be able to, clean that up
Yeah, I
every
definitely
time.
agree. And look at this. This is actually one of my favorite maps, Volskaya Industries. I love this map. And you know why, Romy, I love this map? Because anything could happen in this map. This is a map where you either stop the opposing team at first point defense, or the opponent team rolls you first point and then carry on the snowball effect and rolls you in second point with 6 minutes left. So this map is basically the extreme versions of 2, and it could go any way So that's why like it's a super versatile map, and it's always super fun seeing teams take different approaches when it comes to how they want to enter the point, or how each different team want to defend the point. So I'm really excited to see both of these very explosive teams that we've seen. They love to fight, they love to skirmish. Come here and look
Speaking
at
of
that
explosions,
repeat.
we're gonna see a lot
Yeah.
interesting spawn peak angle there on the Pharah, and I guess now capitalism knows what they're getting into here. Duke is gonna fall really low. He's not really gonna engage on that. He's gonna wait to get his health. He's gonna drop the bubble. Probably just now they're gonna wait for all. Well,
Oh,
Gustav is in the drink, and Lucio cannot
oh,
spot that ball. I'll tell you that. Yeah, yeah, I hate to
oh.
see it. Now they have to
He
wait.
I mean, he ice skates, and if you could see outside the map, there's a lot of ice in there, but not enough for him to skate all the way to the map. But look at that. How do you deal with this much spam, Romy? We're seeing both Farah and Hanzo from the side of Content Credence. That's a lot of spam, a lot of damage
Yeah,
coming
we're
out.
gonna see the barrage coming on in just a few seconds. He's already at 90%, and capitalism, they're kind of on the right path here. They really can't just sit around. They can't just wait for things to happen.
Oh,
They
Farah's
have to
hacked.
be proactive. Bar's gonna go down to Gamester. He's gonna go and deal with the fire himself, and we're gonna
Oh,
see
this
some
is a
random
great
go
start.
down. With no pharmacy at all, there's kind of almost no chance for content to bring this back.
Yeah, I think this is already over. Like I said, you either take first point super early and then just go carry on that momentum, snowball the entire game, and I hope that's what Capitalism are thinking right now, because that hack on repeat on her Pharaoh was brilliant. She got hacked, and right away, Grasshopper jumped on her, like boosted all the way up in the sky to do as much as damage, and the Gamester finished off the kill. So that was a great play. But look at all the ultimates from the side of Content Credence. This is going
Yeah, I
to
gotta say
be a
they did
very messy fight.
they did a fairly good job of building ultimates despite losing the match. I mean, losing the fight there.
Ooh.
And Repeat is gonna find kind of two picks with that rocket barrage.
One and a
Games are
half.
going down. Yeah, games are going down at deep meching, which is gonna be a huge stagger opportunity. But Grasshopper is not gonna let anybody get the chance to do that. He's gonna jump right into the drink himself.
Yeah, and then that wasn't an expensive fight too. That's what I like about Content Credence. They're super efficient when it comes to using the ultimates, and they were just look how efficient they were. That one fight, they stopped the entire momentum just using one ultimate. That was the rocket barrage, and that's what just held the entire team Capitalism back. But now we're looking at 3 ultimates from Capitalism. So these are some huge ultimates. Like EMP coming out, and I believe, let's hope the Gamester could build up his ultimate before they want to make that EMP play, because you want to go with Dead Blossom and EMP. That's a very good setup.
If I'm gonna open up the crystal ball here, well, I guess I was wrong. Never mind. But we're gonna see the B come out to kind of negate the lift, and we're gonna see the EMP gonna come out. It's really a lot of particles going on. Everybody's hitting the Q button, but Grasshopper's gonna
Oh
find
my
two.
lord!
Gonna fall off the map after knocking off Vegas, and we're gonna see the rocket barrage. It's not gonna matter because the DM is in his face for once. Gamester is gonna be able to take him out. Well, they have no main tank on point. They still have 5 bodies, and they're gonna just be able to hopefully clean up anybody that decides to step onto that point. Bart's gonna try to get back. He's gonna get it with the shot. He's gonna get booped just a little bit. He's only gonna knock on Grasshopper. He's gonna get hacked before he can get the pinfall. So Grasshopper's gonna be able to keep his mech. Luke is back on the ball. He's on the round boy. He probably Winston was gonna take too long, but this time around he's gonna be able to do a lot of zone. And Games is gonna come out with the Beyblade. Take it on Repeat, who is on the trace now. Everybody's just gonna try to touch, but it's not gonna matter because once Capitalism has a really good target focus.
I mean, Content Credence did burn 1 minute in the clock, from the clock actually, but the thing is that this is Volskaya we're talking about. Having 3 minutes in Volskaya Industry is a huge deal. This is a map where even a minute could do the trick and you could take 2 points. So I'm really liking what I'm seeing from Capitalism right now. I think the first game was really the knock on the door. We're like, hey, you guys gotta wake up. This is time. You can't let Content Credence just run over you like that. And they realize their target priorities right now. Farah, repeats. Farah is getting more focused ever and ever. And I think that bomb from Grasshopper, the placement was beautiful. He saw that Mickey was actually not Mickey. Tyrant was actually across the map with the Farah, and he just threw the bomb, and he knew Tyrant couldn't make it in time or get away from the bomb, and that's exactly what happened. Tyrant got caught. Repeat had no heals. He tried to just do just a miracle rocket barrage there. It's mostly a desperation. Just got eaten completely by Grasshopper. He just ate all of that up, just filled him up all the way. And from then, the fight was just really decided there. No, they were just trickling in to burn down as much as time possible. Look at that. I saw actually Mickey hover over that that, rigid a little bit, but looks like he's not gonna go with it. But again, another Pharaoh.
Yeah, but I gotta hand it to Capitalism on that one. They really just, they really hit the go button, and that's why they're able to win these fights. They didn't waste any time.
Oh, what happened?
This is where they're scratching their head and they start to sweat here because now they're not gonna have any summer online, no kind of backline harassment. And now Repeat is gonna find the second pick onto Goose, and everything
this is over.
Yeah, exactly.
This is over.
Everything that we were just talking up about Capitalism.
Oh my God.
All apart in front of our faces. Luck or skill on that one. Either way, Content is not gonna waste a golden opportunity that Repeat gave them.
Hello there. Hello.
Wow, look at that. Ace pick literally off the spawn, and then immediately gets another pick on their opponent Lucio. GameStar gets hacked on the process, so he can't even do anything. He was getting shot at his back from Repeat, so that was a perfect opportunity right there. Let's see if they could carry this moment over and win the next fight.
Yeah, exactly. And now we're gonna see the high ground come out here. The elevator change is being used in full by Bard here. Easy access to that high ground. He's able to just jump on that elevator whenever he wants to. It takes him up immediately. No more RNG, no more waiting around. He's gonna get the pin onto GameStar. Oh my God, I love it. I love it. As a Reinhardt mate, I love it.
Oh, GameStar.
Go. GameStar is not having a good time anymore. But Bard is gonna.
Don't want to be there, brother. Oh, look at this barrage.
Yeah, the barrage is out. Repeat is gonna make all the picks necessary for them. Bard's gonna have a shot online. He's probably just gonna save them for any fool that wants to step on the point without a shield.
Yeah, and looks like this is over, Romy. And I talked about this. This is why I love this map so much. It could go south. This is very quickly. Literally, Content Credence is winning this map. This entire map, 2 points from that first pick. But looks like
real scrappy here. Duke is on the point. He's
Yeah.
not gonna get burned down fast enough. The bomb's gonna come out. It's not gonna get any kills, but it is gonna knock them off a point momentarily, just long enough to cap. And now we're gonna see the time banks reduced. Both teams did a really good on attack. I gotta say, both teams did really good on attack. But without a doubt, Content was just better on that offense there, and we can see it in the time bank difference. They both did well enough to the point where the time bank gets reduced. So now Capitalism is only gonna have 2 minutes to go in here. Meanwhile, Content is gonna have 3 minutes 23.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure if you're Shinx right now, you don't want to make that same mistake again, because clearly, Content Credence knows how to take advantage of a situation when they're ahead in the game, and literally they won the entire game, the entire 2 points off of that one pick from Shinx. And you gotta, like it talked about, this is a map where momentum is everything. If you could carry the momentum, you could make things happen. So now if you are, I was actually wrong. I thought for some reason Content Credence were actually going on the attack, but looks like they're actually defending. So now the defense was a bit scrappy the last time we seen it. Romy, what do you think they could do different this time to actually avoid the weird picks coming out, at least keep their main carry at this point, Repeat, alive?
I feel like they weren't prepared for Capitalism to go into this one. They weren't prepared for them to really hit the go button and just take the battle to them. Farah's gonna be on those all fingers. That's a given. You can't really just stop that.
Wow, that's very aggressive.
Yep. And here we go. This is the go button that I'm talking about. This is where they're gonna have the chance to find the picks. And exactly what I'm talking about. Shinx is gonna find Tyranitar, which means there's no mercy, there's no res for the rest of this fight. And now it's up to Capitalism to decide how they want to play this now. They probably want to play a little bit slow, but not slow enough because Grasshopper is gonna get demate. However, this is still winnable.
That's a big pick. That's a huge pick.
Yeah, it's still winnable for Content as GameStar is gonna get completely blown up.
Oh my God, Repeat.
Looks like those are the two people that he always finds for some reason. But
I mean, this has to be focused right here, and gets a third one on Great Cub, just cutting down all that time, burning down almost a minute from the clock. So literally, Capitalism has only a minute back on their bank right now to make this point happen. So if they could take this point, great. If they can make it and turn it into a second point, taking the last point, that would be amazing. But look at Repeat, he already has the ultimate ready. And if Grasshopper,
what they need to finish the fight.
Exactly.
He's going in. He's just gonna take the that's all he wants. He doesn't care about anything else. He's like, I want the Lucio gone. And that's exactly what's gonna happen. He's gonna actually find another supporter, just make 2-for-1 special. And we're gonna see the Coalescence come off from breakup. Not gonna be enough. And the damage is just too severe to be able to bring it back. And Another
Yeah.
clean fight from content, and 30 seconds left. You know, the sweat is starting to show up on the faces of
Capitalism. And I
capitalism.
think
Yeah,
they really need an answer for repeat right here, because this guy is just being a nuisance right now. He's like that annoying fly that you can't get rid of when you're in your room just chilling.
the Shadow's
Oh
gonna
my
come
god.
out, and it's gonna find Draco. That's kind of all you need. He's dropping low, but he's not gonna get taken out. Grasshopper is gonna be
Oh
able
no,
to
no, no. What is
punish.
happening?
Yeah, it looks like they're gonna be able to punish your aggressive. You're stuck in knockout too far. You get hit with the guillotine, and Repeat is gonna find the pick off the Shakes. I don't know if he's really gonna be able to bring us back all on his own here. You know, it's just not enough. As long as the Diva's alive, as long as tanks are alive, it's gonna be really hard for him to finish it up. Those are his main threats. Those are the only people that can really contest him there. It looks like Duke is gonna be able to try to get the Restorator falling extremely low, but Repeat is gonna go down just before him, and the very last second, you know, they kind of whatever they found. I'm glad that they found it. That they're able to keep this map going for them.
I'll be honest with you. I think that was content Credence just celebrating too early. They got a little off position there and got caught out. And really props to Capitalism for taking advantage.
The
Oh
EMP
my
is
god,
gonna
look at
come
this.
out there. You're not gonna see any kind of defense.
Oh my lord!
Finding 3. He does it. The Dead Blast is gonna come out. Not gonna find anything because the beat is there to save them. The beat is there to save them. And now this cleanup. This is what you call a sweep. This is a steamroll, a snowball, whatever you want to call it. You're gonna be able to get the 1-2 special. The one's gonna come out. All they have to do is make sure nobody dies to that, and they do it. They succeed, and they cap it. 0 seconds left, but they're able to cap both points, and it seemed like it was all one fight. They just pulled it out of nowhere, and I'm glad that they did, because we get to watch more Overwatch, and we get to watch it on Sky again. We get to see how they adapt.
And I will sound like a broken record, but I'm saying this again. This is why I love watching Volskaya so much in a competitive scene, because anything could happen. Like I talked about, if you could bring your momentum from the first point on, this is like game over. If you could just really shift and carry the moment over to the second point, you could snowball the entire map, and that's what happened again. And this is what I love to see. This is a upset. Like this has to be super infuriating for Team Content Credence right now. They were doing so good. They were up ahead 2 points, and just look at it now. It's a 2v4, and they have only 3 minutes and 23 seconds to take both points. And I really got to give it to Duga right there. He literally saved his entire team at the very end. That bubble, I don't know if you've seen it, Romy, but that bubble on that Diva bomb was meticulous. That was amazing. That was so nice to watch.
Yeah, and you know, this is as frustrating as it is to play. Trust me, I am not a fan of 2CP when I'm into my comp matches, okay? Temple of Anubis makes me cry. But it is really entertaining to watch because we get to watch a lot of Overwatch here. This is a lot of content for us. And speaking of content, looks like we're gonna see how they kind of play things differently. Same comp, different mindset, and this is where it's actually starting to look a little bit losable for them.
Yeah, and looks like Repeat will be trying to just make the most out of his Pharah right now. Oh, they're getting super aggressive on Bard.
Yeah, Bard is gonna go down early. Fengis is gonna get hacked. There's no DM to protect him. Games is gonna find 2 pigs right away, and you know, you gotta see. You can probably imagine that Capitalism is smiling at this point. They get a really free fight win. Shinx is going down. It's not really the worst thing in the world. He'll be back in time, hopefully, before content is gonna be able to get a full push in.
I was going to say both Sombras are down right now, but you know, Tyranitar just says nope.
Yeah,
but look at that, another fight.
They're gonna take the 5v6. Breakup is gonna get hacked. Barrage coming out of nowhere. I didn't even see that. I have eyes on everybody, and he's gonna find 2, and it looks like it's going, you know, just about how you expect it would after you get a 2-man barrage. However, Shinx is gonna find Repeat, and that might just be what they need, because Repeat is kind of the DPS carry, and Games is gonna find Tyranitar, which means there's no heals, there's no res at least. But however, Mickey's on point with the more, and he has the Coalescence in his back pocket in case anybody wants to get frisky. And speaking of frisky, Gustav gonna go down right by the hands of the nails.
Yeah, looks like this is a, you know, easy point take right here. Even though if I was Capitalism right now, I would not contest this point at all. Just set up in the high ground. Just set up properly for your next defense point right here, and that's what they're doing right now. They have the Winston and the Diva up high ground. Duga is just waiting around to see. Oh no, Duga.
Yeah, that's not where you want to be, man. Yeah, and he realized that he gets out, and we're gonna see the hack come out onto Gustav. The EMP is gonna come out. Everybody's gonna get hacked. The big one. However, Bard is gonna be able to find the hack target. good on him there, but it's not going to be enough because the members are going down. The Shadow's going to come out. The retaliation is going to find 3. Vegas is going to be able to bring it back, and Shiggs is going down. They have no summer, no hack online. And, looks like they just, I thought this was going to go one way, but it ends up going another. Capitalism looking real scared right now. They're going to have to try to hold it for just a little bit longer. But the kills are coming out. Are they coming out fast enough? Vegas is going to throw the bomb into the air. It's going to land. Not going to find anything, but they're going to create a lot of space. Death Blossom on the point here. Not going to find anything. The DM is there, but however, Vegas is going to get hacked. And that's going to lead to him getting DP. Steady's going to have the EMP online. Is going to use it? I don't know. He might be a little scared, but Repeat is going to come up with the barrage. Going to find Shakes. This is where they're going to be yelling winnable in their voice calls. Waiting for the
this is definitely the goal button. Yeah, this is cleanup city right now, Romy. I think, again and again, we've seen so many times Capitalism just look like they're about to win. They have the winning condition, but just can't pull ahead because of Repeat. Every single time it looks winnable, Repeat just ultimates.
Yeah, they just have to stall it till under a minute, and it looks like they're going to go just then. The bomb's going to come from over the top.
Wow.
The placement, not exactly the best, but the space, I guess, it's there. The EMP is out to cancel the beat. The beat, though, was probably their only chance of saving them and being able to bring this fight back. Colas is going to come out. Shadow's going to have none of that. Oh my god, Bard, you legend. And he's gonna put all the hopes of Capitalism in the dust and in the spawn room yet again.
I'm liking this, Romy. Both teams are so resilient. They don't want to give up this win any way possible. So I'm liking what I'm seeing right here. 2 CP, count me in. As you said, it's super frustrating to play, but amazing to watch. A lot of content, a lot of excitement coming into this, and that's what I'm here for. I love casting 2 CPs because so much stuff could happen. There's so many ways you could just see upsets coming over points right here. And look at this. We have both teams sitting on 4 points, having literally Content Credence only 28 seconds up over Capitalism. And this is amazing. I'm loving this right now.
When it gets to the overtime points in map, when both teams are able to complete the map, that's when, to be honest, like, despite the time banks, this is where it's kind of like winnable for both teams. Once you get, as long as all you have to do is get both points, the time bank is gonna continuously run down. You don't really get as much bonus time as you would in a normal round. This is overtime, so every second counts. And as long as you're able to keep pressing W, as long as you're able to keep pushing forward, this is very winnable for you. Don't let the numbers fool you, okay? As long as nobody gets mentally boomed, both teams still have a very equal chance of taking this.
I think talking about mentally getting boomed, if you get first picked right here as a defense, that's a big oh no. What's going to happen, because it takes so much longer for the defending side to come back to the point because their spawn is so far away compared to the attack. But look at this. I'm going to stop talking, hand over to Romy, because things are about to get super frisky right now.
Yeah, Duga taking the initial jump there. He's there with Gamester, but Gamester's going to have to fall back. Bard taking the high ground as Ryan, which he's going to do everything he can not to give it up so easily. He's going to back up there, probably noticing that Vegas is real vulnerable if he needs help. And Duga, king of the mountaintop, he's standing on that high ground. He's just getting all the clean necessary. He's falling low, but he's really building up his ult. All he needs is the heals, and he's able to go in again. He seemed to press the go button a little bit too early. He didn't get healed fully, but both tanks are traded. Translook gets on point. Shinx is gonna be able to get taken down. Good job there from Steady, just being able to track where he teleports to. Repeat, just getting the cleanup with the fire. 10 seconds left here. I don't think anybody's gonna be able to touch.
Yeah, I don't think nobody will be able to touch. Maybe Duga?
Duga looking like an action hero, just trying to outrun the rockets as he jumps a point. Brad's not gonna find anything, but put a lot of damage on the Duga as he's able to touch point. Shinx making the last second touch, trying to get a hack, not really gonna find anything. And Great Cub, yep, this looks like it's just a 1, 2, 3.
Yeah, Duga was, he's working for Michael Bay right there. All that explosion, not looking back at all, just jumping straight in. Getting that touch, but it doesn't really matter at that point because of how much dominance Content Credence had. And I want to point out one thing. I don't know if everybody who's watching is kind of paying attention here. Actually, Shinx from Capitalism and doing a really good job of hacking Tyranitar constantly. Like, he's hacking Tyranitar, Content Credence, Mercy player constantly, so the repeater doesn't, there's a window right there to kill the Mercy off early and then proceed for the Pharah, because as we have seen so far right there, they went for the kills on the tank, but it didn't matter. Tyranitar was ready the moment they saw opportunity. They just swooped down, res their tank bard back up as soon as possible. So I think Capitalism has the right game plan going into this, but the execution is just not quite coming together. If they could get a good hack on Tyranitar and just execute them as early as possible, I think this is very winnable for still very winnable for Capitalism right here.
Yeah, exactly. It's only 30 seconds more than what they had, and it still can actually be a difference maker. All Capitalism has to do is be able to get a pick at the right time, and then that's kind of it. Even though they have a minute 30, you kind of still only have one fight. Maybe squeeze in a second one. And we're gonna see Repeat coming over the top with the far yet again. Trying to
Oh no! Oh no! You don't
yeah,
want to see this if you're Capitalism.
yeah, that's a key pick. And they're not gonna have a rest for that. And even if they did have a mercy, they wouldn't even have a chance. And Repeat is gonna find the second pick, and now they're just falling one by one. However, Repeat is gonna go down by Grey Cup, and Bard is gonna be able to take out Duga, which means that Capitalism doesn't have any main tank. They only have damage and a bit of heals. Grasshopper trying his best to stay alive, stay in mech, but Grey Cup finding the second pick. Grey Cup actually took out the pharmacy by himself, pretty much. And the damage is there, but they don't really quite have the health pool on their
Healing is
Bard.
actually there.
Yeah, it's really there. But the longer the Bard stays alive, the closer he's going to come to Shadow. And once that Shadow comes online, we all know that as game mode, they don't have a shield to block that. The EMP is going to come out, which means that Lucio is looking real tasty there. And he's going to get taken out, smeared against the wall of the inside cubby there on point. And wow, that was an extended map. It was a large, long map, but it went the same way as the first one.
I'm gonna just put it out right there. I think Romy, we just gave them Caster's Curse. And that has to be it. That has to be it because they just look so strong. But look at that steady state getting a huge EMP right here. I believe this is the EMP at the very end, getting that win, that literally confirming that point right there. And Repeat just goes off after the EMP and the shatter. Ooh, that shatter was so nice to watch from Bart. That was actually a long range shatter. He caught both the Moira and the Reaper, I believe, at the very tip of the shatter. So
Yeah.
really nice stuff. I really have to give both teams content Credence and Capitalism just really giving us some really good gameplay right there. Some amazing play style coming out. A lot of picks, a lot of fighting. I love to see. I'd rather see a much brawly style fight composition or play style rather than just sit back and wait for that one pick or two. But hey, let's get real, Romy. Capitalism needs to find an answer for Repeat. If not Repeat, at least Tyranitar, because this is getting out of hand right now.
Yeah, and it's 2-0 right now. Capitalism, they're kind of on their last straw. This is their third and final chance to get things right and be able to deal with Content's DPS line. Or when I say DPS line, I guess I'm just talking about Repeat there. Repeat has been their biggest problem. And once they're able to figure that out, then this is looking really favorable for them. They brought the map really close, in my opinion. And even the first one, I don't really think it was as one-sided as the numbers would look.
Yeah, definitely. For people who are looking just at the numbers, who are not looking at the stream, they'll think, "Oh, this is just one-sided." No, I assure you, if you go back, look at the VODs, you'll see how close this game was for both teams actually. But look at that. We're going to see a tank lineup change right here. Romy coming in, Rockscrap actually opting in for, I believe, Duga right here. So
Yeah.
some difference. Maybe they'll run a different composition. They have to at this one. You talked about this is a last straw, and oh man, Kings Row. I could not have asked for a better map to end this off.
Yeah, King's Row is a favorite. I know that Bard has like the biggest smile on his face there. He's been playing Reinhardt all game, and as a fellow Ryan main, okay, I know that he is ready for this map. He is gonna do everything he can not to give this one up. I'm interested about the switch. I could be wrong, but I thought. Wait, I could be wrong. I might be mistaken with another player, but I thought Roxcraft was an off tank player, which means if that's the case, they have 2 off tanks starting this off.
So
I'm probably wrong on that one.
Maybe a hog what is Sigma play, or even a hog,
Zarya.
the hog Zarya. But considering this is King's Row, and that Repeat is a excellent Pharah player, I don't think that's the greatest idea to go for that composition. Also, let's also talk about Fungus. He shown his Zarya at the first match. Was in the first map we've seen at Ilios, so we definitely know that he could play that Zarya at a competitive level. So I think Content Credence is just gonna go for the Ryan Zarya here with a steady run for Farah. Now I have to talk about Repeat is doing such a good job of just distracting the enemy team that it's actually allowing Steady State to just farm his ultimate and just be an annoyance for Team Capitalism. And that's why we've seen multiple times he actually beats Shanks on his ultimate charge because Repeat is being such an annoyance for the, Capitalism that they have to keep hacking him or deal with him, where Steady could just run around and shoot whoever he wants. They want. So I think King's Row is a very composition heavy map where I like King's Row because first of all, the first map, the first point that we have, it is a hybrid map for our viewers who just tuning in. It is a hybrid map, so the first point is super open. So it's really good for Farah. She could just fly around, hover around everywhere, and shoot down at everybody who's defending. But now this is where the fun stuff comes in. Second point, literally from first point to second, that's a very narrow lane. So you could utilize Farah or Junkrat or even splash damage a lot at that small corners when you're playing and fighting around there. And then you have the third point where it's just kind of like it's a mix of both in a sense. So I'm excited to see how these teams play out. Maybe we'll see a Junkrat to pop Zarya bubbles super fast, but then if you're a good Zarya, you could kind of counter that with high energy. So a lot of things could come out here from both teams here. Romy.
Yeah, content has been kind of on top of the game this whole series, and King's Row is quite the perfect map in my opinion. It's like so like fairly balanced that it's called Scrims Row for a reason. Everybody loves this map. Everybody decides to pick it. It's so like versatile, so balanced, I guess, well balanced as opposed to every other map. And
It's fun too. It's fun too.
yeah, exactly. It's really fun to play. And that could just be capitalism's disadvantage there because if content has been on top of the game for this whole series so far, King's Row doesn't exactly put them on the back foot. We've seen Bard play nothing but Ryan, so in my opinion, it probably would have been a better pick to go with something a bit more dive focused, dive
Yeah.
favorable.
And
But yeah,
if I'm correct, Romy, I do believe the losing team chooses the map. So it's kind of
yeah,
interesting that Capitalism coming into this, picking King's Row, knowing that Bard has been playing Ryan the entire time, and Fungus is a really good Zarya, a really well Zarya player. On top of that, you have Repeat, who's just sitting on Farah, and Capitalism has no answer for him so far. So this is kind of like, in my head, I'm just like, you're kind of stabbing yourself on your own, at your own foot by picking this map. But hey, I don't know. Anything could happen. This is Overwatch. We might see upset coming in here. Oh,
yeah.
look at Game Star, Roby.
This could be the opportunity. This could be the opportunity where they are probably just feeling their own confidence, and think that maybe if we run the Ryan Zarya comp, or maybe if we take the Brawl comp to them, we can beat them. They've been running the Dugong Winston kind of like a dive rushdown with the Winston, and that's kind of what the meta is looking like right now in terms of organized play. But King's Row is pretty much a perfect opportunity to play that rushdown comp with the Ryan, and they're probably just my guess is that they're just feeling that they're confident, and they think that they can win the mirror or near
Yeah,
mirror.
but this very interesting. You see right here, this map Repeat is not going fair. Maybe they've been studying, Capitalism and their King's Row game. Maybe they know GameStar is super strong in that Widow. That's why they just didn't go fair right here. So quite interesting to see, just to see how this turns out.
From what
Let's
I
see
can
what
tell,
happens.
it's kind of already like an early mistake. Is they're not really going right away. Probably they're just making the swap after some scouting, and looks like Repeat is gonna get overlooked, and Bard is gonna run over his counter. We're gonna see Shinx on point trying to get some value, but he's gonna get taken out.
A 1v1 between Steady and Shinx. That's not what you want to see for
Yeah.
Capitalism. And Capitalism already at the back foot coming into this. Look at the ultimate differences between two teams.
But Grasshopper died first, but he's on par with Bard, which means that Bard was really slow. He wasn't taking full advantage of the fact that his counterpart was dead, and it means that he's charging his ult at a slower rate. Because now, like, if Grasshopper died, it means that he's not charging any ultimates the way that he normally is. And Grasshopper is being able to, he's already at 90%, he's getting big fire strikes. A few more swings, he's gonna get the shot, he's waiting for it. He's probably just gonna ego shatter. I'm waiting for it. I'm waiting to see Big Shadow. And
Oh
we're actually
my
gonna see
God.
Big Shadow on the other side, Bard with the MTD, just gonna be able to take him out. And now the cleanup, the follow-up is there, and I'm glad that we actually got to see Big Shadow. As a Ryan main, I'm happy for it.
Yeah, Bard is like, you know what? It doesn't matter. You're landing the 5 strikes. I don't care. I'm just gonna walk up and just boom, just lay it down on you. But look at this.
Oh wait, Grasshopper lost his
Grasshopper
shatter.
actually lost his shatter, so he got shattered out of his shatter.
He was a split second late with that. Yeah, man.
Ooh.
Egg is on his face now. They're not gonna have the ultimates. They're online here. But we're gonna see the graph come out. It's not gonna get dealt with because they don't have a D.Va to eat it anymore. And now we're gonna see Bard with the second shadow online. Just like that. One fight is all it took. Just a big grab, lots of cleave, lots of ultimate gains.
Oh, and if you're looking at the kill feed right now, it's all blue, ladies and gentlemen. And how do you come back from this? Like, I'm pretty sure if you are Kappatilism right there, you're mentally shattered right now too. Coming into this losing 2 match back to back, and now this is happening. How do you answer that, Romy?
All they need is one ultimate come when they're able to cap the point and they're able to keep their run going. And we're gonna see the ultimates come out here. They have to. Oh, the shadow's gonna come out.
Oh my God, another big one.
It's gonna find 4 people, and the follow-up is gonna be there. And when I say follow-up, I mean just Grasshopper is gonna die. That's all it needs to kill. Without a main tank, they can't really push in, no matter how you slice it.
Yeah, and for a second there, I thought Kappatilism had it on the bank. There, Lucio didn't get caught. Goosduck didn't get caught by the EMP, and he actually beat right away. But look at all the ultimates right here. Rockcrafts, if Rockcrafts could, yeah. Oh, this is big.
There we go. We're gonna see the ultimates. They're gonna see the EMP, and we're gonna see the blast. And Coalescence there just to keep the people pushing forward. Steady State's gonna take out Gamester, but I don't think it's gonna. I think it's too little, too late. The damage is already done. They're hemorrhaging right now, and there's not enough bodies to put on point to stop this cap from happening. They still have the grab in their back pocket, both teams actually. However, the difference is that Grasshopper already has a shatter. If Fangus gets a big grab, Bard is gonna be able to build his shatter mid-fight, which I think provides more opportunity to make a big one.
Yeah, but look at that. Rockcraft also has a shatter, and the Grasshopper has a Graviton, and this Grasshopper has a shatter.
Yeah, counter grabs coming out there. However,
That's
Grasshopper's
awkward.
gonna be able to fall. And, you know, Bard's gonna get hacked, but I don't think it matters that much. He's gonna be able to push forward. Games is gonna get hacked. It means he can't escape. And looks like they're running to the spawn doors. Please, somebody touch the spawn doors. No, we're not gonna.
That's a very, so again, we see this aggression coming up from content Credence. They're super comfortable playing this W key all the time, being aggressive, and just, you know, they have the confidence.
The shatter
my
is
lord.
huge. Oh my God, Bard, how do you do it? I don't understand. He's gonna. It's absolutely disgusting. He's gonna find the shatter. Grasshopper didn't lose the shatter this time, but free fight.
I mean,
he just saw the opportunity. Maybe he didn't. Maybe it was just a lucky one that he decided to just throw out there. Oh, shame. That's
and
really
you talked about this Grasshopper being an off tank, and he's playing a main tank. So I think this is just experience difference right here, or just role difference. I think as we're talking about Romy, because this man Bard has left, hit every single shatter, and it's been big. And we have yet to see a shatter from Grasshopper.
Yeah, on his next. So the EMP is gonna come out there. Content.
Oh my God.
He's being proactive, and that's what you have to do in these comps. That's what you have to do in these kind of matchups. The people that hit Q first, the people that decide that they want to make the first move, they control the tempo of the fight, they're most likely to win it. Okay? They're dancing to the beat of their own drum step, and they're forcing the other team to keep up. Which, from what we can see, Kappatilism is not able to do that.
How do you even answer to this? You know, they're not even letting me talk, but look at this. Grasshopper getting a kill on Steady State. That might be the pick they needed.
Yep, we're gonna see the coalescence. We're gonna see the W keys get pushed in. The Shatter's online. He's gonna have to look for Bars, find another Shatter. Well, you know, he's having the game of his life right now on this map. Will he be able to get another big Shatter and stop this push from happening?
Jinx has to land this EMP, and this needs to be big right now. This is their goal card to just end up this second point.
Oh my God, that's a mistake you don't want to make. Grasshopper just left his team. There's no shield to block it, but the beat is there. Gamestar's gonna go down. There's not enough damage. Grasshopper, he has to use the Shatter. He's gonna wait for the EMP combo. It's not gonna find the Ryan, but it's gonna find 2 other people. Lots of hacks going on the line here. Roxcraft putting in damage, taking out Mickey, but Bar is gonna be able to stay alive, which means he's gonna still get the cleave on the point, taking out all the squishies necessary.
Yeah, and you got to give it to the healers from Content Credence right there, to keeping Bard alive right there. You know, almost losing one of the DPS, but it doesn't matter. The Shatter looked pretty good, but like you said, it didn't catch Bard, and that's one of the main players you want to catch. And look at this, both support ultimates are online from Content Credence. I don't think they're losing this fight, Romy.
Yeah. P has been pushing pretty far forward, but he hasn't been getting punished at all. And speaking of not getting punished, Bard is falling a bit low, but he's not going to die. 2 picks are, he's going to have the shadow on. If he goes for it and it's big, there's still a chance that Content is able to put this around. But I think he's going to play it safe. He doesn't really want to waste an ultimate on a loser fight. That'll kind of just make matters worse. And they're just going to back up. They're going to wait. They know that they have a recontest. It's in overtime, which means that all they need to do is win 1 fight. If Bard gets another shatter, another big one, which he's been doing all he's going to get moved and stunned out of it. That's not a happy time for Ryan.
That's a big Pepe moment right there, and GameStar just being such a value for his team right now, getting all these kills. And look at that. And I have to say, I think GameStar actually got pushed into repeat right there. That's how he killed him with his ultimate.
Yeah, the grab was a really big play coming out there from Moxcraft, and you know it just kept them where they wanted them. They didn't realize to get back onto the point. They didn't have a chance to use the ultimates that they had stacked up, and now they're going on to 3rd point.
Oh my God! Look at this.
Big EMP. They probably won't even need to use any other ults. They have to make sure Grasshopper dies. Oh, but Bard's gonna fall first. Now Grasshopper has a free shadow, whatever you want. He's not gonna need to use.
Oh my God, Shinx! What happened?
Yeah. Shinx is on the trains. He says, I'm tired of packing people. I'd rather just one clip them instead.
Yeah, I think this is just comfort picks coming out for Kappatilism right here, and it's working. I mean, Shinx just clapped everybody right there in that fight. But look at this, Repeat has a Death Blossom ready, and we're looking at Graviton Surge from Fengus.
Oh! Gonna get blocked there. Bard with the showing off his skill on the Reinhardt, his experience there. Repeat's gonna drop into the backline with the Death Blossom. It's gonna find 1. However, Gamester's gonna find two more picks. And yeah, it's kind of a Reaper show right now. Which Reaper's gonna come out on top? Repeat's gonna find the Gamester, which means that he's not really gonna have a lot of damage, but they still have the bodies on point, and Repeat's gonna finally go down. Bard is back on the point for the cleanup. Shadow's gonna come out. It's big. It's just what it needs to do, and it looks like it's gonna stop right before the time bank is over.
Barely reaching the point right there for Kappatilism, but I gotta give it to them. They definitely put up a fight right there. Even though they lost majority of their time bank early on in the match, they came back, and 2nd point was really nice for them. They you know, I think they finally realized their focus point right there. They knew that Bard was just outclassing Grasshopper, so they had to shut down Bard as quickly as possible. And that's what they did. This first 2 fights we've seen on coming into 2nd point, that's how they did. The first fight, they just literally solo grabbed Bard, locked him down, killed them. And the 2nd fight, you know, we've seen GameStar just being super aggressive on Bard and chunking his health down so Shinx could just finish him off. But I like the Shinx, you know, the whole Tracer pick coming out here. I don't think you know, Content Credence really know how to answer that. But oh, this is what I love to see, Romy. Look at GameStar pulling out the Ashe. I always love seeing some Ashe on a gameplay. It's always so fun, especially with running a Mercy like Gustuk is. That's a lot of damage, a lot of poke coming out from GameStar. So I'm excited to see how this goes.
Which team is red?
The red team is that is Kappatilism.
They're Okay, I've had it wrong on the entire 1st point, so that's good.
Yeah,
GG.
So a little bit you know,
hopefully
mishap on the production side. Yeah,
hopefully chat's not too confused.
No, I'm pretty sure chat's not.
Chat's a big brain.
Yeah, chat's always big brain. Never wrong. I'm telling you that much.
Exactly, chat is never wrong. The customer is always right. And we're gonna see, you know, Ryan Zarya coming out from both sides. Like you said, Gamester is on the Ashe, a lot of pop-off potential, a lot of damage. As long as he gets those dynamites in, it's gonna be, you know, a really quick bob. And that might just be what they need. Grasshopper stepping out, just trying to take the fight to Bard. And, you know, my favorite thing about 1st point Kings Row is kind of more so of a who can get their shatter first between Ryan. It's a race, it's an arms race. And who can get the ultimate. Rocktower is gonna find the pick out the steady, and this is gonna be the chance that they push in. And Shinx is gonna find the pick out the Bard. However, Gustuk is gonna go down by Repeat, and it's gonna be Pharmacy versus Gamester alone. He's gonna get kind of mobbed.
You know, it's so funny. I'm just looking at the silhouettes right there inside inside the building, the hotel, and I just see Tyranitar just pull out his Glock and just firing down anybody they see. So really good stuff from both Repeat and Tyranitar right there, taking the matters to their own hand. And look at this, they're just bullying the entire team.
I think Kappatilism, they're just giving them space. They're waiting for a full review. They can probably give him a tick or 2. Nanables is gonna come out here, and Grasshopper is gonna be able to build his shatter. If he gets a big one, then they just flip the fight. All you have to do is be patient. It's a big shatter. That's what you love to see. And the pin is
Oh
gonna
my
come in.
God.
It's gonna find steady state. He's gonna find a third on the bar. Roscoff is gonna take the kill, but we all know Grasshopper did that. He took the fight back into his own hands, and he got the shatter. And
You know,
that's exactly what they needed.
You know, it's okay. It's okay. You know, Capitalism, we're just doing all this. The last 2 matches, they've been just a fluke, guys. You know, it's all scripted. All scripted. I'm telling you right now, they just want to give us game 5. That's all that's happening. But they're popping off right now. Look at GameStar. He almost has an ultimate Bob ready, and you don't want to get stuck with the Bob and a Graviton.
Yeah, but the barrage is there. The grab is there. This might be a repeat chance to throw his barrage in while they're trying to get some follow-up on it. Oh, it's gonna find one.
Shinx.
Trade ultimate. Shinx is gonna go down. GameStar is gonna find the pick on the bar, and now Capitalism. They're gonna be able to keep the point just a little bit longer.
Ooh, that was nasty. I think you know what happened right there. Repeat got a little too close to the Death Blossom and just got popped right away. He couldn't kill Shinx in the meantime, but looks like he will be swapping off to the Reaper. So we're looking at somewhat of a mirror comp right here, except for the Ashe. I still think Ashe has a lot of value, especially coming into.
You're gonna see EMP grab come out here, and looks like I was right. The EMP is gonna come out. The grab is there to follow up.
No.
Grasshopper is gonna go down. So is Rockcraft. No tanks on point, which means that they have no kind of presence. This isn't one of those opportunities where they can just back up and give him 2 ticks and recontest. The fight is over.
Yeah, but look at Grasshopper. He almost has a shatter ready. Hopefully he could outshatter Bard coming into this next point. But there, you know, if you're Capitalism, you're happy about this. You're actually not doing that bad because I believe. Oh my God! Look at that.
It's gonna get blocked. It's huge. Bard. Oh my God. He blocks the shatter. And he just styles on him. He gets the big shatter in return. He's not gonna be able to take out Grasshopper using nano boosted, but he's gonna be able to find 2 picks. And you know, while they still kind of lost the fight there, you know, Bard probably just, you know, he bumped himself up on the power rankings just a little bit.
I mean, you know, it gave his team some.
Grasshopper just taking a repeat. You know, I have been talking about how repeat has been getting a bit aggressive there. They have been getting a bit aggressive, but the pin. Grasshopper, that's not where you want to be. He's been pinned in. He's gonna be able to. Nope, he's not gonna be able to get out. Coalescence is there from far away, but they're just gonna be able to chase them on. Chasing them on.
Yeah, and look at this. As I was talking about, I think Bard, even getting those 2 picks right there was so crucial because he gave his team so much time to just push the card out from that little choke point. That's usually the hardest part of moving the card, that little choke point. Oh no, Steady. I mean, actually, GameStar falling to Steady and Repeat taking out Goose Duck. I think this is kind of over right here. I think they're going to push in the entire card for free.
And this is one of my favorite things about Brawl. The moment where you get the advantage, you're able to just walk into them, start swinging, getting a bunch of cleave in or a lot of just like, you know, overall damage to the team, and you're able to just run them over.
Yeah, and they definitely have the confidence and damage coming out. Look at the Rockscrap. He has a Graviton Surge ready. Also, Tyranitar. Yeah, Tyranitar also has a beat. So let's see what happens first.
Shadow's gonna come out. It's huge. He finds 5 people. There's not gonna be any follow for the grab because they're all on the floor. They're stunned. And there's only 2 people on point. Rockcraft is on the high ground. Just, you know, maybe trying to stall out just a little bit, maybe build a bit of ult chart, but it's not gonna be enough. Grasshopper can't get through with this Shadow. And now they have to put everything on the line to defend 3rd point.
Oh, Romy, this is so unfortunate. It's like I talked about, it really comes down to just role difference. I don't think Grasshopper is that used to playing, you know, main tank competitively because he had Shatter while the Graviton was up there. So he could have easily shattered the entire team. Oh my God, but Lens.
You're just dead. You cast this curse right there. Grasshopper, you know, he's telling you to shut up just a little bit because he's gonna hop around the corner and shatter everybody. Nobody.
You know, he was like. You know, he was like, Sai, you're talking too much crap, man. Let me set you straight real quick. That's what he did right there. Landed that beautiful shatter around the corner. That's what I like to see. And just basically setting the entire team back. But look at this. Steady has a big EMP and Repeat also has a Death Blossom. So this could be a very messy fight.
Animal's gonna come out onto Grasshopper. Just make a bit of space, you know. Even if they EMP, even if they use those ults, that Grasshopper is able to push them in. But it's not gonna be enough. He doesn't get enough follow-up. They're not right behind him. And look, maybe just stagger the armor just a little bit. And 2 minutes, 2.5 minutes to defend this last point. If this is kind of all or nothing for Capitalism here. Not a lot of coming in.
And Contest Creed, their fingers are fired up right now. They're on a momentum. They're happy. They're ready to take any fight right now. And Grasshopper needs to land this ultimate. Oh no!
Grab is there. It doesn't get eaten, and you know Bard's gonna have a shadow online. Bard gets booped off. He gets booped off.
Oh no! How? What?
Diva flew into him as he got EMP'd. I guess Sombra got credit for that. But
the gamester just gets a little credit. Maybe shot him like as he was falling. Maybe that's the case, but I assure you, chat, Sombra cannot boot people off no matter what. But Shinx, okay,
Tactical reset.
yeah, tactical reset, a faster way to go to the spawn.
Exactly. And you know, both teams are sitting up there. The Shadow is gonna come out the Grasshopper. Where are you looking? What's over there? And you know, Bard is gonna be able to. He's not gonna get any follow-up just yet because the beat is gonna come out. The Shadow is huge.
God.
It's huge. It's huge. The follow, it's big as well. They're able to hold on to the point. All they need is one more fight win. One more fight win, and they're able to go into another map.
And this is what I'm talking about. This is what I love seeing in Overwatch. Both teams just going at it, giving everything. We're talking about Capitalism in the last chance, last foot, and they have 2 minutes. And if you look at the side of Content Credence, they have both supports ultimate and repeaters ultimate. So if I was Capitalism, I'd be really careful right here, especially Rockcrab. He needs to eat that Death Blossom.
Coming on both sides, but I think the difference maker is gonna be the beat. The Lucio beat. Tyranitar has his, whereas Gustav.
Oh, the GameStar has EMP.
Yeah, it's gonna go in. We're gonna see it here. It's not gonna shut down the call left. But everybody's alive. Shinx has to stay alive just a little bit. Repeat is there with the 3-man Death Blossom. The bomb is gonna come out. Will they be able to save anything? Not quite, because they're just gonna be able to get out. The EMP is there. No, too little, too late. There's no follow-up. And now it's just down to Rockstar just to stall just a little bit. Grasshopper's on the ball, maybe just trying to get some warm body on the point. Shinx is there with the Death Blossom. He's gonna find Tyranitar. That might just be what they need. Oh my god.
Oh my god.
Repeat is gonna go down. They have no damage. Ghoulstuck is there. Oh, Steady State is gonna find to pick out the Rockstar, but I don't think it's gonna matter. It's just Bard. It's just Bard and Fangus, but
Romy, I'm getting goosebumps looking at this right now.
They have to go to grab. They only have 1 second. He's not gonna be able to.
Gets slapped.
He dies before he uses the grab. That's big. But the Shatter is also big. It's not gonna find the Sombra. The damage is there. Bard is not gonna be able to kill the Reaper in time. Really? The bodies are there. Tyranitar boosts Ghoulstuck off the point, but there's nobody else there to keep the fight going. Oh my god, I'm running out of breath because this fight is going so long. But it looks like it's gonna run out here. Steady State is on the point. He throws the translocator. He's not gonna find any picks because Reaper is just gonna be able to.
Oh my god, what a ending! Let's go. This is what we're talking about, Romy. And as I saw that last fight going, I literally got chills just by how close the payload was from finishing the map. And they're just coming out so close. And oh my god, look at this. Fangus getting actually the play of the game. He has landed some really big grabs right here. Look at that grab.
This is the grab that got Bard his ultimate in like one fight.
Yeah, that was a huge.
Yeah, it was a big grab, and that's just what they need. The follow-up is there.
Oh my, and Romy, what a map. What a map. Capitalism coming out strong. The third map, this is their last straw we're talking about. Now, if they win the map after this, they'll also be taking us to the 5th match. And look, I always love an upset. I always love a reverse sweep. That's always so fun to, watch. That also means more Overwatch for us, more things to cast, and I'm always excited about that. And wow, look at this game. Chat, I've seen a lot of people joining in. We currently have a good amount of people watching. So if you are confused to what's going on so far, Content Credence has been dominant for the last 2 games, actually rolling Capitalism over and over. But looks like we had a switch come in, Grasshopper on the main tanks of the off tank, and Rockcraft coming out strong too. And now Capitalism looks like they're getting back in the game. The script is working out, Romy. It's finally kicking in.
I'm glad that we were able to log in with these players and rehearse how the match is supposed to go beforehand. That way that nobody gets any confused and it's going exactly as we planned. So next map is gonna be probably a payload. It is a payload map. And I'm interested to see what Capitalism is gonna do here. Maybe King's Row was just a lucky break, but this is where they proved that it wasn't. This is where they proved that, this is going to be the Rockscraft difference, I guess, where they put them in, and this is where they're able to go into the reverse sweep.
Yeah, and remember, Chad, this is where, it's by the rules, losing team picks the map. So Content Credence, for the first time, actually get to pick their own map. So far, it has been Capitalism all the way because they've been losing the first games. But now this is where Capitalism really need to prove themselves if they could win the game on Content Credence map. So I'm excited to see what they do. I do want to mention one thing though. I don't know if you guys caught it. I know stream will be catching up to it soon. I don't know if you guys really see it, but the entire map, Romy, the last fight was actually won because of Great Cup. He landed that sleep. He canceled the Zarius animation. He canceled Fengus's animation out with that sleeve, the graviton.
Best support
So
in the world.
that was a huge deal because we were just talking about it. You were talking about how if Fengus lands this grab, this could be huge because I believe Bard was actually alive at that point and he could have built his ultimate right away. It got a lot of value out of it. But Great Cub landing that sleep, kudos to you, man. We've seen the that solo pharmacy kill come out earlier, but keep it up. I'm excited to see if your team gets to utilize your Ana skills more in the future. But other than that, I'm excited. Looks like we have a Dorado match. Another map that's like really, I don't know. I personally, Romy, I don't know about you. I personally feel like Dorado is a kind of an awkward map, especially when I'm playing, because you never know how things are gonna go. Because there's just so many different elevations coming onto this game map. There you have high ground, you have low ground, and then you have these really tight space that you have to go through. A lot of choke points. So, what are your thoughts on that? What do you think? Which team do you think will be coming out on top?
Well, you haven't like Dorado has a lot of high ground that you'd want to take advantage of. So ideally, you would probably want to run like a dive. You'd want to run a Winston, but you haven't seen that from Bart at all. So maybe that this is where content Credence is just kind of like out of their element. But I guess only time will tell as we get into this next map soon.
Yeah, I'm excited to see this because these guys have been giving us a lot of content, a lot of great gameplay coming to Overwatch. So we've been seeing a lot of names coming out here. It looks like another swap actually. This is the tank lineup. We're looking at, I believe, Steady State getting swapped out for Kiss Shot. So do you think we're not going to see the Sombra anymore? Maybe that, because Steady State has been on that Sombra pick and literally the entire time we've seen him play last couple of matches.
What I think is they'll probably run the summer, but they might also pull out like a different kind of DPS out of their back pocket. I'm not too familiar with what Kiss Shot plays, but I mean traditionally they would put like a hit skin player on the Sombra, so they probably just gonna want to play the Winston. I mean not the Winston, the Widowmaker. I mean maybe for early pick or maybe for a majority of the map. Like I said, there's a lot of high ground, which means that Widow, can take advantage of them and she can get those angles to get the picks.
Maybe we'll see something different from Kiss Shot. I personally have never seen them play, and I'm really excited because the DPS lineup has been kind of like the pinnacle point of the story when it comes to content Credence. The DPS has been just so effective throughout the entire series so far. So I'm excited to see this change coming in, what the DPS lineup could do, what difference they could make here. And when it comes to Kappatilism, oh boy, you guys, they're definitely, this is their proving ground right now, and they have a steep hill to climb, Romy. This is not a easy task to pull out a reverse sweep against such a dominant team that content Credence has been showing us.
Yeah, exactly. And for the first time in this series, we're gonna see Bard on the Winston. This is kind of make or break. If I kind of just watching him play, I guess. I think Bard might be like a Ryan mate. It seems like it's his more comfortable pick. And if he isn't really that quite comfortable on the Winston, this is a golden opportunity for Kappatilism to be able to take this into map 5 and probably be able to snatch the win.
Yeah, and looks like Great Cub is actually going back to the Ana, and ooh, Shanks on the soldier. And actually, refresh my memory, Romy, did the soldiers buffs go online yet? I'm not quite sure about that.
The soldier buffs are actually live. So soldier has no bullet spread. And
this would be spicy.
Instead, it's favor of constant recoil, kind of similar to what you would see in many other first-person shooters like Call of Duty or so. And that makes Soldier kind of a laser beat, man. He's a very strong DPS at the moment here.
Oh, and look at Repeat getting chunked out right away, but all that dive is coming out.
Yep, he's going to jump right in, probably try to pressure those tanks. Maybe he wants them off high ground. Looks like that's what it is. And we're going to see Repeat on the fire this time again. Kishchak going to be able to take out Rock Trap out of his mech. So there's no kind of damage mitigation for those fire rockets coming in here. And they're damage boosted too, which means they're pack a punch.
Yeah, and I'm liking what I'm seeing from content Credence right now. They realize that the opponent Diva is out of mech, so they just hit that go button right away. They're like, okay, time to jump on Shanks. the opponent's soldier and just delete him off the map, so our Pharah could have a good time just spamming our rockets. And that's what literally happened. We've seen Bard just go full dive in onto the soldier, take him out as soon as possible, and Repeat just got a 3 kills right after that following. It looks like Kiss Shot will be, yeah, Kiss Shot actually will be going into swapping off. Actually, no, he's been on the on the Sombra. I didn't even notice.
Yeah, he has been, and he's building up that EMP at a decent pace. And we're gonna see the dive come onto the high ground. Looks like Kappatilism Kappatilism just gonna give it up to them.
A lot of ultimates.
Yeah, Nanoble's gonna come out, but they're just gonna zone it right now. Not gonna let him get any more value that he deserves. And we're gonna see Grasshopper come back on there. He has the primal, so it means that he can extend really far out. And well, let's see how he will utilize it. He's probably waiting for an opportunity to.
Yeah, and you know, if you are Contact Credence, you're okay with burning those ultimates right there.
Mirage is gonna come out here, and Shinx is gonna shut him down with a Helix rocket. This is the power of Soldier that we're talking about. He has a few extra bullets in his clip. It means he can deal a bit of extra damage.
Both Mercies are down actually right now.
Yeah, there's no mercy, but Grasshopper is really angry. He's gonna be able to take him out with the primal. Shinx is gonna pop his tag visor, but it's not really gonna find much because the DM is right in his face, and now he's stuck between a rock. He's stuck between a rock and a hard place, and he's just gonna go down.
Yeah, and right there we've seen as soon as Repeat came off the came out the respawn doors, he just shut down Kiss Shot so quick. I mean, not Kiss Shot. The game starts so quickly there, and looks like the Shinx will be swapping back. Oh, gets slept actually.
Oh, Repeat's gonna get the takedown onto Shinx. The bomb is gonna come out. What's it gonna find? Not quite, but it's gonna find some space as all bombs do. Looks like it's gonna be able to get the opportunity to rest Shinx, and now they're
this might be huge actually.
Bomb's gonna come out, not gonna find anything either. However, Grasshopper is gonna take out Mickey, which means that they have no honor online, no nade, no sleep. And Rockshopper just pressuring out Kiss Shot, not gonna let him get any headshots today. He's falling low, but he's not gonna get chased right away.
Yeah, and look at Repeat. Oh my god.
Great cover. I can tell the exact moment where he was crying out for help with that pharmacy.
I mean, you have to understand, Repeat is just so comfortable on this Pharah. He's literally diving backline, killing supports while the entire team is trying to chase them down. And look at Kiss Shot getting the beautiful headshot, 2! Make it 2, baby.
Kiss Shot finally necessary. Repeat is gonna, it seemed like he went a bit too deep, because as Tyranitar went down, he found himself stuck between a rock's craft and a hard place. And yeah, you don't like to see that, but he is gonna have the barrage line when he comes back here.
Yeah, that's a lot of firepower, especially if you see a nano getting stacked onto him. That's never mind.
Shot yet another pick. Oh my god. Now it seems like the DPS lineup for content has just gotten that much stronger. I'm not trying to talk Steady at all, but you know, before it seemed like Steady was doing his job on the summer. Don't get me wrong, but it seemed like the biggest threat to them on the DPS line, hands down, was Repeat on the far. Repeat was the one getting all the damage in, and now they swapped in Kiss Shot, and he's just finding headshots. So how do you deal with it? This is like a Hydra of a problem for. This is like a Hydra of a problem for Kappatilism.
Yeah, like if you dive the Pharah, then Kiss Shot just deletes your backline, and if you dive Kiss Shot, then Pharah Repeat just deletes your backline. So how do you play with this? Shinx actually misses his pulse bomb there wide, but it doesn't matter. Gluestuck taking matters down to his own hand, deleting Kiss Shot. Exactly, and look at that Pharah.
Taking out the Ana on his own turn. He's gonna get out there. He doesn't care.
Yeah, how do you deal with Repeat right here? He's so confident in this champion. He knows he could get away with these aggressive plays because Kappatilism just doesn't have any answer. And this is really making me question Romy. What happened last week? Because Content Credence actually lost to MI6 2-3 scoreline. So I have to question: were they this good last week, and MI6 are just that strong, or did they just upgrade themselves over 1 week timeline?
Well, that'll be a question that you gotta have to find out. As we're gonna see, each team matches up with a different opponent each week. Rockshop is gonna find the pick onto Repeat. That means they have no Reaper presence. We actually saw Repeat kind of sneakily switch over.
Oh, Rocktrap getting 2.
Yeah, and will he find the 3rd? The bomb is gonna come out there. I don't really know too much about that, but Mickey's gonna find Shinx, which Rockshop is gonna find the 3rd pick actually onto Zero Suit Diva. And you know, Repeat sneakily switching over onto the onto the Reaper as opposed to the Sombra. This is a bit more close quarters. It's gonna harder for Pharah to fly and get away with it because the high ground is kind of like right in her face.
Yeah,
we're gonna
and
see Pharah push over onto the Ryan here. This is what
this
he
is
looks to be a bit more comfortable on.
Yeah, and I like the fact that you brought up that point, Romy, because this is, since it's such a close quarter, it just makes GameStar's job that much easier of
Just
hacking the
running into
Pharah.
them on the high ground here. The Nano Boost is gonna come out onto Grasshopper, but the prime range is in the tiny room, which means he's gonna be knocking a lot of heads and probably getting a lot of kills. Grasshopper finds 2 already. He's trying to get down the third. Tyranitar is so low. He's in his spot. He doesn't want to go that far. It's not worth it to him. He'd rather just settle with the Reinhardt instead.
Yeah, and I was going to say that, that probably wasn't the best EMP coming out from GameStar, but it doesn't matter because he did get 2 crucial picks right there with the EMP. He caught out Bard and Tyranitar, so that means no EMP or nothing coming. I mean, no beat or nothing coming out. It's just an easy kill. And you talked about it's a small room, and you don't want to be inside a very narrow room when there's an angry gorilla just swinging at you.
Yeah, exactly.
Because he's looking for his peanut butter.
Normally tight spaces kind of favor Reinhardt, but Primer Winston, he flipped that advantage on his side, and looks like the side of Content is gonna find 2 picks right away for pretty much free. The main tank and one of the DPS. Killshot is gonna have his EMP online here, which means as soon as Capitalism is able to get a full 6 and go in, they're just gonna get their ultimates, cut off. So it's up to Goosduck to hide and try to find the beat.
Yeah, this is like, the early seasons of Overwatch where the Mercy would hide for the 5-man res. It's basically Lucio right now. All Lucio players have to hide until the EMP comes out.
Is he gonna find anything? He's actually gonna find Bard. He has to find another pick. He goes out the pulse. I'm not gonna find anything. Mickey's gonna be able to take him out. And, well, Shinx against both tanks, utilizing that nano boost to the fullest, it seems like. And 10 seconds left. 10 seconds left when Capitalism is able to bring back the fight. Looks like they're just gonna have to back up here.
Romy, I have to ask this question right now. If you're Killshot, why did you not EMP right there? It was literally 10 seconds left. Even if you die, you want to EMP. Oh, look at that shatter right here coming in. Bomb.
Nothing else. EMP.
Oh, EMP.
Here's probably where it's gonna come out. Not yet. There it is. Oh wait, actually, no, it doesn't. The EMP shuts down the other EMP. Killshot never gets a chance to use it, and this is gonna be huge now. But looks like the bodies are still on the plate. They're not really getting the target focus in time. Are they able to bring this back? Grasshopper and Rocksharper are still on the point. They're fighting valiantly. The Pulse One's gonna come out. It's gonna find Bard. There's no meeting. That's actually huge. But the Gravel's gonna come out. It's not gonna get eaten. But however, Bangus is gonna go down. Now the side of Contest is gonna have no tanks on point. They only have squishes, which is perfect for Grasshopper as a Woodson to be able to just clean it up.
And again, like I talked about, I'm just confused why Killshot did not let go of his ultimate right there. You see the clock, it's burning down. It's only 16 seconds left. Even if you die, you let go of that ultimate, just hoping even the Lucio gets hit or somebody gets hit so your team could come out on top. But it did not matter. Killshot did not come up with the ultimate, gave the GameStar enough time to build his EMP and then get his own EMP canceled by GameStar's EMP. So it's just really unfortunate right here. I think being a bit too greedy and holding on to the ultimate, waiting for a perfect situation, as you would like to call it, for his team to group or trying to combo something. Sometimes you just have to let it rip with one of the ultimates, hoping something happens. But look at that. This is what I like to see coming out from Capitalism. Actually, double sniper, a double sniper composition coming out from Capitalism. Killshot. Oh wait, I am getting this all wrong, chat. This is not Capitalism who's playing, who's repeated on Content Credence. Actually have double sniper composition, so I'm excited to see this because Killshot, oh my god, this man had a brilliant aim. He was like a magnet. He was hitting headshots left and right, Romy.
Yeah, and if he stays on the Whittle, then I think that Capitalism is gonna find himself in a problem. However, Capitalism, they did a really good job at holding. They didn't let them get the full 3 points, which means that this is actually still pretty winnable for them.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, exactly. Their engines are still burning. We're gonna see an early sleep on the Grasshopper. He's not gonna be able to jump up there and contest the high ground.
Oh
Killshot is gonna find a pick onto the Sombra. It doesn't even take that much effort. What it looks like for him. And
just casually.
Yeah, just
casually.
Get a headshot, make it a 5v6. Why not?
It's okay. Why not?
Exactly. And Rockstar is gonna get pressured a little bit here by Bard, but Bard, he's just playing it safe. He's on that high ground. That right there. That's his rock. All he has to do is just drop off the rock, pressure, and then hop back on. The payload won't move that way. And now he's gonna meet them on the other side. They spotted the rotation. And now it looks like everybody on Capitalism, they're gonna take that back stairs here. And Grasshopper falling a bit low, but he's gonna still take the high ground. He's gonna get some support, but he's gonna fall back. And this is kind of a slow fight, slow burner here, which is probably what Content wants. You know, the more time, the merrier. And it looks like they're gonna take the fight right over the kick shot. Not gonna let him get any more headshots. Tyranitar is in a really bad spot right now. He's gonna get taken out, and it looks like I don't know if I can really call it a dive. It was a bit slow, but you know, it got the job done.
It definitely worked out.
Yeah, they just
I think it definitely worked out. I think the dive, the entire position, I have to give it to Capitalism right there. The positioning right there was so good. They dived at the back right side of the entire choke and then rotating themselves all the way to the left side just to catch Kiss Shot out, and that's what they did right now. Looks like the Pharah is back from repeat, so that's something you want to watch out if you're Capitalism.
Looks like they're gonna get the aggressive head games to throw the translocator up there. So,
that's a very aggressive.
Flipping the wings, but he might fall for it because now he doesn't have that translocator to get out. Grasshopper's gonna find the pick onto Kiss Shot. You know, probably trade a DPS.
But it doesn't matter.
Yeah, the point is gonna roll through anyways.
Yeah, and I really have to give it to Grasshopper right now. His aggression is definitely paying off. Being that aggressive on Kiss Shot, and like we just seen, repeater. Like, how do you deal with a gorilla with a massive health pool just running at you, tasing you down the entire time? But look at Kiss Shot trying to get these headshots and actually finds one on the Diva.
And now Kiss Shot is gonna find the second pick.
Oh my!
He makes it look easy. I guess this is where the name comes from. The DPS line is kind of like, terrifying here.
Oh my God! Another one?
They just find the picks,
boy.
picks. To be honest, like the difference in like tank and healer skill is really like less apparent because I don't want to say different. I don't want to say like different overall, but at least in this game, the DPS from Content are really like showing their dominance.
Oh yeah, these guys are just so freaking good. Look at the ultimate though. A lot of ultimates coming out from both teams. So this will be a very
full 6.
Yeah, this will be a very explosive fight. Oh!
Is gonna come out here. Killshot is gonna pop the infrasights. He's gonna find the pick onto Gamester yet again.
Ow.
The bomb is going right to his face. Is he gonna find anybody? It's actually gonna find Bard. Weirdly enough, the counter bomb is gonna come out. It's gonna find Shinx, and it looks like it's trading. Mickey. I'm just gonna say he slipped on a banana peel. He slipped on a banana peel. Winston left it around, and he just fell off the map, unfortunately. But it looks like they're just gonna try to save him. Primal Rage is there, knock us some heads. Everybody's dropping really low on point here, and Content stopping his payload from moving. Just for
that was a really messy fight. A lot of ultimates being invested, and from what it looks like, I think Capitalism are not happy with Kiss Shot doing what he's doing right now because they spent almost everything just killing him. They sent out the Diva Bomb, even Grasshopper was super aggressively diving him the entire time. So props to Kiss Shot for doing what he's doing right now because he's really dismantling Capitalism. Oh my God, that's disgusting. Look at that, just getting a direct hit shot, damage booster hit shot on GameStar, and that's just the whole Sombra you're missing. That's a lot of EMP charge.
They're trying to dive Kiss Shot. They're trying to negate the Widow's value, but he's still zoomed in. He's looking for a shot. Will he find anything? Well, I guess it's just a bit of patience, which Widowmaker apparently has a lot of.
Very interesting nano.
Here. Yeah, it's an early nano. He's not really in a position to do anything yet. The B is coming out there. Both support OTUs. I don't really know how much value those are gonna get, but I'm guessing we're gonna find out. Shinx is gonna take the fight over to Mickey. Mickey misses the sleep.
Okay. So, Romy, I'm going to stop you right here, right now, because this entire fight was won because of Great Cup. He landed a sleep. He slept, repeat, out of the air, and then solo killed him while he was getting off sleep. So that's some amazing Ana stuff, Ana skills coming out right here. I'm an Ana player myself. I love watching stuff like this. But kudos to Great Cup for doing what he did. Because once you kill the Pharah, that's a lot of damage negated from the side of Content Creeds. Because Widow, yes, you could land a lot of headshot, but that's situational. That's not consistent damage. Looks like Kiss Shot will be swapping over.
Repeat is gonna stay on the Pharah for now. He has the barrage, but we saw early he switched over to Reaper. It was not too favorable for the Pharah here. And until he gets that barrage, he's kind of stuck in a bad point. And the EMP Blossom is gonna come out there. Mickey's gonna fall really low, but he's not gonna get finished up just yet. He's gonna be able to back into spawn safely. And now it looks like the members of Content are just gonna get forced into their spawn there, and they have to get a full 6 so they can use these ultimates.
You know what's interesting right there? I don't think GameStar really needed. GameStar really needed to use his EMP because the Diva was already out of mech. So I think that wouldn't be a good Death Blossom either way. They could have used the EMP right now.
And the barrage is gonna come out there. A beautiful hide coming out there from GameStar, shutting it down. He's doing his job. And you know, GameStar a little bit on the the point has been completed, and Capitalism is gonna take it 2-2. And
we get a game 5.
Yep, we have a game 5 on our hands. Reverse
We
sleep,
have a game 5. What happened? Romy. But you know, let's get onto that a little bit later. Look at this kill right here from Repeater. As I was talking about, the moment, you know, they saw the Diva die, get out of mech, it was a full go button right there on Shink's soldier. So Repeater could have all the space. Repeat could have all the space he can and just get those 3 kills we saw, just landing body shot after body shot while he's being damage boosted. And I really have to say, what's going on? Because Content Credence are showing a immense performance from the DPS side. His shot getting these ridiculous picks, and you know we're actually seeing Repeat do so much damage, so much consistent damage over and over, yet they still lose. You know, so this is really interesting. I think Capitalism, we questioned the tank swap earlier, but I think it's paying off.
Yeah, you know, Grasshopper, I apologize if I didn't give you credit where credit is due, because you know you have definitely showed out there on the main tank, and you know you're able to get your team into a game 5 there. You have really good primals, really good engages, and I think that you know that's something that we shouldn't have questioned that much earlier.
Yeah,
And
no,
we're gonna we're gonna see swaps here from Content. We're gonna see Killshot and Steady as a DPS line. Before it was Repeat and Steady, or Repeat and Killshot, but now we're getting Killshot and Steady, which I think means that they might be running double sniper here.
But the thing is that this is where my question, my giga brain and analysis brain comes in. I'm like, why swap off Repeat here? Because you're playing in Busan. Busan has 2 maps that has crazy verticality, and Farah could really pop off 2 of the maps of Busan, except for the map we're currently in, Mecha Base. But other than that, so why swap out your Farah player, your really good Farah player, for Steady State, who's been playing a lot of Sombra, and Killshot, who's mostly been doing really good performing super well on your hit scans? Because on the side of Capitalism, you don't really have anyone who needs a hit scan to be dealt with. But other than that, I think Capitalism are in a great position right now. Now, I'm a bit worried because Grasshopper's Winston has been amazing from what we've seen in Dorado, but his Reinhardt was not quite on par with Bart. So
yeah,
I'm
Bard
hoping,
was showing out on Kings Row, but you know it looks like I think that Grasshopper had like a lot of good plays there. He had a lot of good plays on Kings that might not be like fully indicative of his like true skill. And we're gonna see both teams run the Rhine. However, one on the side of Content, they're gonna have the Zarya as opposed to the Diva, and they're going out here. The brawl is underway. This is what I love. And the ball's gonna come out. Just a lot of creep coming out here. Grasshopper falling a bit low, so he's gonna back up, and he's actually gonna get taken out as he pushes forward. Killshot with the Reaper, taking him out. Tyranitar taking out Greycoat, and now that's a fight with Content.
yeah, and like we talked about, I think the Ryan difference is a big deal right now, and I believe there's something going on the side of game. Yeah, there was a, for the viewers who are watching right now, there was a little mistake coming out, and I think we're gonna actually get a whole map restart. I think the map's restart will be a case. I think we should get a map restart right here, because there was actually a pause called out at the very beginning of the map of Busan, but we missed it, unfortunately. So it looks like it's only 2%. So I think a map restart is definitely all right here. But yeah. So other than that, let's talk about this. So we come into this game and we talk about the Ryan difference here, and that definitely showed up. Grasshopper getting a little too aggressive, or I don't know if that was the case, or Killshot was just in the right position to take out Grasshopper. But other than that, We're just figuring stuff out from the production side, what we're going to do for the last map right here. And I do believe, yes, so I could confirm that the pause was called at the very beginning of the map. So we should be getting a restart.
Yeah, we
So
get the
look,
restart.
and this is where we get train station.
Yeah, it is a bit different. I think they probably are gonna keep restarting it until it ends up at the same point, Mecha Base.
Yeah,
Um,
I think that would be a really that would be
yeah,
the right
yeah,
call
yeah.
to
So
do right here.
I think they deviated from the script.
Yeah, you know what? It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. You know, we know WWE does a good job of going with the script and the deviating it. So I'm pretty sure good things are gonna
Okay,
come
yeah,
out from
yeah. Okay,
this.
cool.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure things are gonna happen. But yeah, a lot of pauses were being thrown out. So I think we're just gonna keep doing restarts until we get Mecha Base. That should be a
Maybe.
fair. Yeah, that should be a fair gaze right there. So, give me. I'll actually go. Use my IT powers to go at the backside.
Yeah,
That stuff.
you're gonna use your power of spectator. But you know, even while these two teams are paused there, we gotta like take a moment to, point out the things that probably are a bit less obvious to the viewers. And I guess that would be like the support line. I think that both teams have a really phenomenal support line, and I think that like it's kind of a bit underappreciated. We've seen Tyranitar sticking. He stuck. He stuck to repeat like glue, and he did a really good job making sure that those rockets were damage boosted and that repeat was kept up. Afar is only as good as his mercy, and, I think it's good to point those kind of things out. Yeah, we're gonna see
Yeah.
positive
So
down here.
yeah. So it looks like the both teams were agreeing that it's okay. We don't need to swap out the last. We don't need to the both teams agreed that no rerolls needed for getting Mecha Base. So they both said that they want to play in this map. So let's see what happens here. We're seeing pretty much the mirror comp right here.
Yeah, even though this is a sniper map, we're not gonna see any. We're not gonna see any from Kiss Shot or Steady. They're probably just starting off on a meta comp, seeing how that goes, probably gauging their flexibility, like what they can do. And then if it need be, then they'll make the swaps then. I'm not really too worried about content being, you know, lacking adaptability.
3, 2, 1.
Yeah, and looks like for people who are watching and confused, the reason for the pause was that Rockcraft was lagging, and they thought the pause, Capitalism thought the pause was gonna come out, so they just kind of went in, did their thing. But other than that, yeah, it looks like they're gonna give them the 20 seconds, I believe, right here, and going back to the point, yeah, just a full-on brawl at the point.
Yeah, we kind of have a dive versus brawl thing. We're gonna see Grasshopper on the monkey, still doing his thing. Oh wait, we're gonna see a boot. We're gonna see a boot come off from Vangus, but we're gonna see a double boot come off from Steady State. He's gonna get the mech and everything. Look at his ult charge. He's at 70% before the point can flip. There's no doubt in my mind that he's gonna get an early beat, and that's gonna be huge. That even if somehow Capitalism loses this fight here, they're gonna be able to have to beat on. Never mind, they're gonna have to beat on like mid fight. Now, Kishot does have the Reaper Blossom online here, but it's not gonna matter too much if he gets killed here. He's gonna get booped out. It's not really gonna find any. Oh, unlucky. Gamester kind of ends up in the wrong spot at the wrong time. Bard gonna find a huge shatter. It doesn't even matter that there was an early beat coming out there. It doesn't even matter that there was a double boop at the start of the fight. They're able to flip this around, and partially because I don't know if you saw, but Grasshopper booped Kiss Shot during Blossom into Gamester, which killed him pretty much immediately.
Yeah, there was a lot of mishaps coming out here. I also think Capitalism's focus should have been the healers when that was the case, but looks like Grasshopper gets killed off by Bard, and Capitalism needs to disengage right now. They don't want to give it any more ultimate charge. But yeah, like I was talking about, that fight was actually unfortunate because Capitalism did not focus the opposing healers at all, and Kisha was just able to heal off every single time and use his face to buy out time for Bard to come back and clear up.
Yep, and we're gonna see an early EMP here. That might just be just what they need. Both main tanks are treated. However, Shakes is gonna go down, and Steady is gonna find his counter as well. And it looks like that was a really clean, a really proactive engage, in my opinion. They lost Bard, but it didn't matter because they were able to keep their heads on their shoulders and finish off the targets that they were needed to kill.
Yeah, now this is definitely looking scary if you're Capitalism right now. Your opposing team has 4 ultimates, 2 of them being both support ultimates coming out. So this is really interesting. Kishshot also has a
See the
ultimate.
shatter coming out here. They're just waiting for the bubble to break, or they're waiting for them to push in. It's a big shatter. It's gonna
Oh
find
no.
Voltic, and the bomb is gonna be there. It's gonna take out
No.
Shinx as well as Grasshopper, and we're gonna see the counter bomb come up. A Roxcraft slipping on tactic reset. Actually, tactic reset. I forgot the script for a second. That was a reset as well.
Yeah, that was a reset. Now, my question is, why use your Diva Ultimate Rodcrafts when you already have 2 people down from your team? That, I think that was not the most efficient usage of Diva Ultimate right there, especially knowing that you're not going to get anything out of it. And, oh man, Shinx, you don't want to be where you are right now.
This is last fight territory, and we're gonna see Grasshopper trying to
Yeah.
back up here. He doesn't want to push in. They only have 5 seconds. Somebody has to touch it. I don't know who's it gonna be.
I don't
There's
think
only
they're going to
30
get it.
and nobody's gonna make it.
Yep, they're not
Nobody's
getting
gonna
it.
make it. And a really decisive first map.
Yeah, a lot of things went south there, I think. And, it sucks. It really sucks because the fact that Capitalism were coming into this game with a really good momentum. They won the last 2 matches. So I think that was a super good momentum where it kind of got killed off with what happened with the whole pausing situation. So it's unfortunate, but I think this is the time where Capitalism really needs to bounce back and just come out big right here. Because if not, this is literally the last straw for them. If Content Creeds wins this game, the entire 5, they'll win the entire series, and all the hard work that Capitalism put into taking this to game 5 will kind of go to the vein. So I think this is really important fight right here. They need to come up big, Romy.
Yeah, they need to find the answer to their problem, and that's getting. I think, in my opinion, I think it's target focus. We're gonna see the Nate come out here on the direct. He's gonna play a bit safe. Bar falling a bit low. He's gonna take it out, and that's big for Capitalism. Now they're able to push. There's no main tank to stop them from holding the W key, and regardless, the side of content, they're gonna back up. They lost Bard. They don't really want to push into that. So it's kind of up to Capitalism if they want to chase those kills or not. It looks like they just opted for capping the point.
Yeah, and I might sound like a broken record, but again, they won that fight because of Great Cup. He landed asleep on Bard while just in between him putting up and putting down his shield.
Yeah.
So great stuff.
Bard is gonna get hacked here, and it looks like he's not gonna have any shields to defend himself. That might be when you want to push in. However, I know that Grasshopper is not really gonna want to push into a closed space with the Ryan and the Reaper. The Colas is coming out here for Mickey, just trying to keep everybody up. He's gonna burn a hole right through Grasshopper, and Steady State is gonna find his counterpart. Ralph Craft team might get stuck here. I don't think so. But
if you're if you're a content creator right now, you don't want to kind of stagger the diva. You want to kill her as soon as possible, so the point meter gets reset faster. You don't want to give Capitalism any percent whatsoever, but still a good fight.
Yeah, I gotta hand it to content that even though Capitalism has been bringing it back, they've been showing a lot of good things from their side and a lot of improvements. Content's all their fights have been pretty clean to begin with.
Ooh, that's a huge.
Yeah, that's a big nade on the bar. They're gonna nano Grasshopper into this here. He has the primal line to keep himself up at EP. He's not gonna get hacked. He's gonna pop it early. The Shadow's gonna come out there. It's only gonna find Goose Duck, but it doesn't matter because Kidshot is gonna be able to clean him up. Bar's gonna be able to finish off his own Shadow kill. And the primal and the nano boost came out, but it wasn't enough.
Yeah, but if you are Capitalism right now, you're not you're not really behind at this one, because look at your ultimate charges. You're coming in with some good ultimates. Oh, Great Cup getting hacked. But yeah, you have 2 ultimates right now that are big, and Rockcraft also has a Diva Bomb coming up, where the side of Content Crease, they have no ultimates. Oh, well, never mind. Mickey just got his ultimate, but still, this is turnable.
Big nade, actually. It's a big nade coming out there. It's gonna catch everybody. Bard's not gonna have his shadow online. They can't stop that from happening. Steady's gonna go and he's gonna find Gamester yet again. Steady has been doing a really good job of taking out his counter, and I like that because I hate Sombers. Yeah, Grasshopper gonna go down. And Bard looks like content, despite the early lead, they're able to stick to their guns, keep a cool head, and able to close out the fight. Now, if you're Capitalism, this is where you start getting scared. Okay, 85% is when you're in last fight territory. The magical 85%, and once he gets to that point, that's when this is all or nothing here. We're gonna see the Shadow come online.
Yeah, and look at GameStar. He needs to hit this EMP. This needs to be huge right now, Roman.
The Shatter is not really going to find anything but Grey Cup, but Grey Cup is going to go down. However, it's a trade for Bard. those are kind of even trades here. How's it gonna play out? Fake is gonna find the pick off the Shanks. This might be a content fight. And it is a content fight because the EMP and the Deadblock are gonna come out here, cleaning up all the members. Not 100-0, but a really dominant second point here. And it looks like this is gonna be GG's.
Yeah, it's sad to see Capitalism not able to bring back the, take the reverse sweep all the way, just winning the 2 games to take us to game 5. But I still give them kudos. A lot of fight showing up from both teams. And hey, the man himself getting the credit, finally getting a play of the game coming in here. This guy has been landing shatter. Yeah, he's been landing shatter left and right. Look at that. Everybody lined up, just swinging back and forward. Cool. So this is crazy. And Romy, now what I'm thinking right now, what's going through my head the entire time, I've seen the 85, the percentage go up from 85 to 90, 90 to 100. It's who are we going to pull out for the interview? So this is my question right now. Who do we pull out for interview and who do we give player of the match? Because there is just so many players coming out from Content Credence that has been performing like beyond the expectation right now. Bard has been playing amazing throughout the entire games. We have Kiss Shot that's been landing great headshots. We have Repeat, who's been just a star player for the pretty much the entire half, the entire time he was on the roster, actively playing. And then we have Steady State, who's also been doing a good job. So what are your thoughts, Romy? Because I am lost.
I'm gonna say Bard because he's been in the entire game and he kind of has the full perspective of how things went down from start to finish.
Yeah, I agree. I think pulling in Bard will be a good idea. So I'll be waiting. We're actually going to rely on our production crew to pull in Bard as soon as possible from one of the Discord chats. See if I could actually do that. If I have the authority, hopefully I do.
No, you're just we are just plebeians for
Feels
supporting
bad.
the cause. Okay, for the almighty dividing by 0.
Yeah, looks like Bard will be joining us. So first of all, congratulations, Bard. That was a hell of a match coming out from you guys. A lot of play coming out. Even though you guys were at the back foot for the last 2 games, you guys looked super strong. So first question I want to ask, how were the comms, man? This has been a long day.
It was real sloppy, like at first, and like after like the first I'd say round or so, we started cleaning them up a little bit, and then we just kind of rolled.
Yeah. Okay. Was there a point where you guys as a team, what was kind of going through you guys' head as you went down 2 maps and you realized, okay, we're going to a map 5, we might actually lose this?
We thought, hey, we're 0-2 for map 5s, 3rd time's the charm. So we went into it, and we won 2-0.
Yeah, that's really good, because that's exactly what it says here in the script. Okay, so
Yeah.
glad you guys stuck to it. It was a real nail biter, okay, because both teams were looking really strong there, and I noticed that you played a lot of Ryan. Are you a fellow man of the Reinhardt, member of the Shield?
I'll play any main tank on this game, but you lock me on the Ryan, I'll carry.
I understand that. I felt that in my soul. Okay.
You definitely showed it through the gameplay too, because a lot of times we had a Ryan v Ryan situation where you just looked like you were coming on top with the shatters, the blocks, everything. So really kudos to you.
Grasshopper only hit 2 shatters on me, and I was EMP'd 1 and hacked on the other.
Yeah, we were talking about that. You could go over the VODs. You could see we were definitely bringing that up. But now my question is, why swap out Repeat? I just want to know, because it was really interesting. We're like just thinking about why swap out Repeat for the last fight, Busan, where you guys have a lot of verticality and Farah is just unstoppable. And we've seen what Repeat could do. That man is, he's crazy on that Farah.
So Repeat just had to go.
Oh,
okay. He had to go.
Life happens.
Anticlimactic.
Yeah, he had something come up. I was trying to think of something special, but nothing popped up in my head.
But you guys look strong though. Even with Kiss Shot was like performing amazing. His Widow headshots were like ridiculous. But other than that, Romy, do you want to close out with the last question? And let this man Bard go, because it's been a long day for him so far.
Yeah, it has been a long day. I guess Bard, how do you feel? And I guess what do you have to say to any of your future opponents in the league?
We're slowly but surely growing. After that second place win at SMI, I'll admit we probably got a little bit cocky, and we started off 0-3, and now we bounced back. So we're and I'm scrimming more finally since football season's over. Yes, but scrimming more. So just watch out for the brawl. We're gonna do what obligation should do and just lock the brawl.
Ooh, I like to hear that because
Also, happy birthday,
obligation.
Penguin.
Oh, oh yeah, definitely happy birthday.
Happy birthday to Penguin.
They want me to ask to drag everyone in here so that we could sing happy birthday, but I didn't ask because I already know the answer.
Yeah, unfortunately we can't do that. But hey, if you guys want to go ahead and do that in Discord server, just hop into their team chat. See if you guys could do that. That'll be amazing. That's really is a nice thing to do. Do I get a happy birthday too? Birthday?
No.
Is it your birthday?
Yeah, next week.
Oh, well, happy early birthday.
Why didn't you tell me?
Hey, let's go. I get a happy birthday too from the man himself, Bard, coming out clutch with all these games. Bard, thank you so much for all the content and all the amazing games you guys have given us, and congratulations. Enjoy your weekend. That's a great way to start your weekend with an amazing win like that, a hard fought win.
Yup.
Okay, so now Romy, we're at the end. And I gotta say, we both were wrong for our predictions. Content Credence really proved us wrong right here. And just for everybody, all the 50 people that are watching, just to let you know, we're just hyping the script up. Okay, we chose capitalism on purpose to hype the script up. That was the plan the entire time.
Yep,
We're
exactly.
we are gigabrain casters. I assure you that, my
No,
friends.
chat
I
is
just
big
would
brain,
like to
but
say,
compared to us, chat.
I was the only person to pick content credence. I would like to say, out of all three of us, I was the only person to pick content credence. I'm pretty sure.
Designate has definitely picked it. So
Out of all four.
Yeah, all four. Sorry, crap. Yeah. I
Wow.
forgot
you know what? You know what? Chad, don't listen to him. He knew the script ahead of time, so it's not fair. Okay,
Exactly.
we caster get the script as the games go on.
We
Okay,
gotta put on a show for you guys. Okay, we gotta make it entertaining. Okay.
exactly. That's our job right there. But other than that, thank you so much for everybody who was watching. Another game, another week of League Zero. I'm super excited. I finally have my caster duo back. Romy, actually, we were actually a caster duo. If you were in season 1, you guys probably remember us. We casted a lot together, and I'm excited to have him back. We're casting. It was so fun, super exciting, and this is definitely a game that I love to cast. Game 5, take us nail biter moments, super close fights, and man, if you missed out this match, definitely go watch it in our YouTube at League Zero's YouTube page. You'll find the games right here. But other than that, thank you so much, everybody. And I think we'll be closing off right off. Romy,
Yeah.
do you have anything to say to anybody since you're coming back? This is the first game.
Yeah, you guys should definitely tune in anytime I cast. I am the best in the world, by the way.
Hey.
Okay, yes.
I'm the caller. I set you up there, brother.
I'm just that good. Okay, I'm a solo. I'm a solo carry. I'm a one man show. And happy birthday to Penguin yet again. Okay.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Take
Have a
away,
good night.
guys. You too. Take away. Have a good night, everyone.